Well, them there seals have been broken. Shit! Devils are here! Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Who else
This is
here?
cultural appropriation.
No, it's fucking not. It's my people, too.
I'm just gonna turn this down.
Gonna fill my meatball.
Turn that down a little bit there.
So, hi, my name is Zed. This here is Double Luck Gaming with our Innistrad D&D game, Innistrad's Irregulars, following this sweet-ass group of mercenaries who are currently facing down just a whole shitload of zombies and skeletons and stuff, trying to get their pals and buddies inside the gates of this ramshackle-ass town in the piss end of Nephalia. So, we're here to talk to you guys, tonight. First, though, we've got a couple of things we want to point out. Now we're going to get to some sweet-ass combat with some sweet-ass undead.
So I should stop with my wax play. Sorry. Put that in my cubby.
TOS.
Tonight's episode is titled Breakneck. Let's just go ahead and get this hootenanny a-hollerin'. Dara, I believe that you have been the keeper of the Initiative. Can you please tell us who's a-doing a what?
Where we left off, we had finished with our activations. Actually, Elise's activation next. That'd be like our cleric.
Okay. So Elise, the lovely cleric who also hasn't really ever been seen to do anything just yet, other than get drunk and be adorable, runs to the center of the walkway over the door, hiding behind crenellations, and casts Bless. Granting each of you, all four of you, because she's able to get everybody in her circle, an extra 1d4 on all skill and 2 hit rolls.
It's the top one. It has wings.
And saving throws, I believe.
Blessed.
So, yeah, y'all are blessed.
Yay!
Bless.
Hashtag, etc. Next up.
That's our activation. Next.
Who has activated so far?
Both of our
Chorus and
casters
Tidal
have
Wave.
gone, I think?
Yep.
Tidal waved.
Was that a part of the initiative, or was that the
Yes.
opening?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
that was in the beginning of the initiative. We have 2 more activations.
Yeah. I think our
I activated already because I took a shot at the scab.
Mm-hmm.
That was
I think
advanced.
it's
Right.
the 2 of you.
so it's
So the Lewis gun is out, trained in, and I fired as well as my my turret. So I've activated. So it's the 2 people at the gate. I think
yeah.
it's your
Yeah.
activations.
Would you like to ride
So-
valiantly into battle?
Barb and Ange.
That's the name of my sitcom. Sure. I mean, I can probably for the best because I don't want to run. I hate to you go like and then just blow past you on my horse. Feels a little. That's kind of fucked up. So forgive me, but yeah, no, I know we're in the thick of it. It's been a week. What's directly in front of me?
Directly in front of you are a bunch of skeletons all running at you. Directly to your left, further up the path, but oh boy, he coming, is an especially large scab, Skaab, which is a form of an undead giant created by a ghoul caller, a stitcher, who has created this Frankenstein monster the size of a Buick upright and howling. It creates a terrific noise as it walks, and there's a sort of low grinding moan that just drones constantly as this large blue tinted heavily stitched up monster with 3 arms and 2 legs thick as tree trunks plods its way towards you.
Okay, so it is quite big then.
Oh yeah, motherfucker's huge.
All right, then that's
Actually,
more than I.
Hang on, I can tell you exactly,
Magic.
because huge is a little bit silly. Hold on, it is in fact
Large?
Hang on. I gotta get to the thing. Well, keep going. I will tell you exactly how big it is when I get to the thingy. It moved off the screen,
Okay.
and now I'm.
Then I'll just ask my barbarian friend very quickly before I take my action.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably a bit more than you can take alone, then, or do you feel very confident?
I mean, there's always the joy of a flanking bonus. I'll never say no to a flanking bonus.
I keep thinking because that's an optional rule and I don't always see it. I always forget that it's in 5th edition. Sure. Okay.
It is in fact huge.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Jesus.
That's hill
So this thing's
giant
like-
sized.
Oh
Yes.
my god. Yeah. Okay. That's a bit more than you can take on your own. Then.
She was thinking about it, but this is a good point.
Also trees.
Trees. Yes, also trees.
Then as that thing like lopes out of the fucking trees and we kind of catch eyes with it, I don't know that Angie says much. Damn it, Angelica says much, beyond looking down at her companion, looking up at that and just going, "Ha!" as I, fucking kick the horse, and I'm gonna fucking ride out there with my short sword. God, I wish I had a lance right now. Fuck. And,
Would you like to have packed one? We could say you packed one.
No, because it's a strength weapon and I'm a dex fighter. I didn't think this through. I didn't think I'd be fighting 3x3 squares.
Lances are strength weapons?
Yes.
Yeah, dog.
We will have to talk about that, because that makes no fucking sense. Having
makes a
used
lot of
lances
sense.
on horseback? No, the horse is the strength part. You need the dex to fucking aim the goddamn thing.
We'll
It's
discuss.
D&D. It's D&D.
We're going to talk about
D&D.
jousting later.
Listen,
That's
these are the
fine.
same
We
people
are going
that
to talk
tell
about jousting. We're going to talk about jousting with the ferocity and overall intensity that some people reserve for like deep political conversations. It'll be fantastic. Anyway, continue,
wait.
please.
I'd like to ride up and stab the nice man.
Right up and stab the nice man. Are you aiming for anything in particular with a creature this large and perfectly willing to allow you to attempt to specify at a -1 penalty to hit, except for the head, which we'll call a -2.
Are its ankles armored? Obviously
No.
armored, I mean.
No, in
Just
fact,
they look like
none
their
of it.
flesh?
None of it is obviously armored.
Oh, delightful. Great. Then, hey, there's this wonderful thing called the Achilles tendon. I would like to go past and swing at it.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. Don't forget that you have an extra D4.
The D4,
on the
yeah.
thing.
I mean, my
Yep.
leggies do things. Just, no.
Pop off a
You
divine
try to,
smite
like,
if
tuck
ever
your
there was
legs
time.
into your own trunk of body.
Yeah, I
Like,
can't. Cannot tuck
Sick.
enough.
I
to,
rolled
like,
a
get
1.
this little- Eh.
On both of them, in fact.
I'm gonna spend a fate point to make you re-roll.
You cannot do that.
Oh,
God damn it!
that was so nice of you, though.
I tried.
You cannot force a reroll.
There is another
you can
option.
elect
However,
to.
how much fortune do we have?
You have 3.
3 at the
you
moment.
should do a
I'm totally
Yeah.
cool with a reroll
Yeah.
on that.
I would love to not critically fail right at the fucking... As someone who had the start of every fight so far has really just landed on her face, I'd love to do a thing for once.
Also,
Hey, there
your
we go.
horse could be in
That's
danger
much
if
more
you fuck this up. So, for the life of your horse.
Oh, I got bad news about Donnie. He's got an AC of 11. All right, so that is 12, so 17, 18, 19 minus 1 is an 18.
Paladin horse.
Yeah, that hits.
AC is a paladin.
That definitely hits. Give me some damage.
I would love to. So to start with, here's some slashing damage.
Hurt me, baby. Hurt me hard.
And then we are going to hello. And then we're going to divine smite the ever-living shit out of this thing. So, okay. Let me start with...
It's cool.
Shayna had it.
And you get my combat tool out because I'm doing a bunch of...
No,
You know, something worth noting, for you to smite the ever-loving shit out of it would imply that the person who created this thing intentionally installed shit into it.
Lovingly.
It's... You really think...
Yeah.
I'm going to go on a limb and guess that this thing is undead.
Oh yeah, most def.
Delightful. Oh god, I need so... There's so many D10s in my dice tray for some reason. Conrad, what'd you do to me?
Wait, what did I do?
So many D10s in the tray.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, there's a shitload of D10s in my dice tray for some weird reason, and it's all your fault, and thank you.
You're welcome?
Yes, that's the correct answer. I'm gonna burn a level 2 fucking smite on this piece of shit.
Okay.
And add a whole bunch more radiant damage on top of that, so that's...
Find.
4 plus 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 2 is 13.
Weird.
Okay,
My
so...
fourth ed was better. I named shit
Not
properly.
incredible rolls, but...
Better than one.
Oh, also plus my friggin... Yeah, okay. Cool. So that is 9 slashing damage and 13 radiant, as I break myself in... I'm trying to, ride, do the sit up on the... God, my fucking head. Push myself up in the stirrups so my butt is off the saddle at a full gallop, and lean in so it's my hat's doing just across the top of my eyes, and turn the horse as it passes through and just
We can
roof
see
into
the
this thing's-
determination on your face. The whites of your eyes do that anime ting glint thing with vengeance. You slash the fuck out of its Achilles tendon. And it's at this point that you realize why it's making this awful groaning, moaning wail sound at all times. And what happens is your sword, or rather your wrist, jolts and pain shoots up your arm. You don't take any damage or
No,
negative modifiers or anything, but you know what it's like when you hit sword against stone or metal, as the tightly wound Clapton wire cables, wrist-sized thick piano strings that make up this creature's tendons, wail and snap through the flesh, but do not, in fact, break apart. And you can see the spring-coiled wire as the scab continues in its path, almost as if it didn't notice you. But there is, in fact, a large gouge of flesh rent out of its ankle.
Dope. Okay. Oh. Okay. Hunter's mark. Just gonna spend that as my bonus action.
Marked and noted.
I love Hunter's Mark.
That's the one where it pretty much has to attack you, or else it takes huge negatives, right?
You choose a creature. No, you choose a creature within range and mystically mark it as your quarry until the spell ends. You deal an extra d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. You also have advantage on perception survivals when you're tracking it. If the target drops to 0 hit points for the spell's end, you can use your bonus action to move the spell around. It lasts an hour.
Cool.
As I shout over my hand, this creature is made of metal. It is not merely flesh. Sorry, it was supposed to be a comedy line.
Metal, you say?
Oh. Melt a fucker.
Who's next?
I am.
Dinah.
And Dinah smells, I guess, motor oil in the water right now.
Take it home, meat mama.
I like that. I'll take it.
Meet matron. Be respectful.
Wow.
How
Wow.
old do you think I am, Grant?
Yeah, what the hell?
Dinah
Meat
sees
baby then. I don't know.
just the sheer size of this thing coming out and watches Angelica rush in and go, "Ooh, you're a big one, aren't you?" And reaches back and grabs the pommel that's just barely sticking out of the cloth on her back, and you hear that shink of metal coming out of a sheath while it rips the cloth off her back, and she just swings this long sword down that has a lot of detail on it, but you can't see it yet. And just starts rushing in to go help Angelica to go to the other side to try to take this thing's, like, foot off at the
Okay,
ankle.
so your movement speed is 40, yeah?
Yes.
You can get there.
Sweet. So she runs
This-
in with her two...
This thing is fucking huge.
She's running in with her two guardians behind her. One of them also has a long sword. And the other one has a short sword and buckler. And they're just all running in together. And she just, with her momentum, just swings horizontally at the already damaged ankle.
Okay. So you have unleashed your secret weapon. Give me an attack.
Yeah. Am I able to have flank with Angelica?
No, but don't forget you have a D4.
What was that?
I said no, but don't forget that you do have an extra D4 on your
Bless.
roll.
I do have boss. You snuck away, you jerk. That was 11.
Total?
Yep.
That's
Yep.
after the
I can't see
D4?
shit.
With the D4. I
With your
rolled
attack?
Well,
like ass. Oh, wait. I forgot how to play the game with numbers and stuff. I like math. Shut up, Grant.
I'm here to help.
If I know how to
even
do
now.
math right, I actually got a 19.
oh! Oh!
It's okay. She's beautiful.
The
The
proficiency
math
bonus. It's
shuts
not just
off
for
when
good
battle
looks.
goes on. Okay, we can't have all the switches on.
You said rage and...
Or there's a blowout and
Yeah.
then she's just on the floor.
No, yeah.
That's fine.
Roll some damage.
Love you.
Honey.
I'm fine. My face is also hot. It's
Sarah, rip
It's
its
fine.
hair until it is
I-
done.
I rolled max. It's cool.
You rolled max.
I got 14 slashing damage.
14
for-
slashing damage?
Yep. Now I have a
Okay.
different dice I roll for damage.
Okay. Yeah, so hang on. There is a discordant noise that rings out over the battlefield as if a harpsichord 3 miles wide just popped a string as the giant's ankle distends at an inappropriate angle, and it doesn't fall, but it is shaky as it is now walking on one foot and one stump, its bones black as obsidian and ending in sharpened, jagged points as it continues pressing onward towards the wall,
Oh, good thing I have another attack.
leaving its foot behind.
She's just with the momentum. She's gonna swing in an angle
Oh, shit.
straight down into the other leg. Just to try to keep it from walking anymore. Do you have another attack?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Keep going.
Do your other attack also. The both of you are like weaving in and out, and you were on your horse and you overran, and then you have to come back and get your second
Oh
attack.
yeah.
Give me
That was a
your
rogue
other
for too
attack.
long.
Don't cheat
I'm
yourself.
sorry.
Do it. Oh.
I was a rogue for way too
Oh.
long.
Oh. Well, I got a 25, so.
Okay, well that hits. Give me damage.
Are you sure?
You guys haven't faced anyone with an AC higher than 18 yet, and generally the average is something closer to 13.
Which is what I rolled.
13 does not hit this guy.
I did 8 damage to
Easily
the
resolved.
other leg.
Okay. You slice down through the other egg, and you manage to cut through some of its flesh, but you don't even see the metalworks underneath. You weren't able to quite bite far enough down. Next initiative.
That is Skelly 3 and Zom 2 groups get to go at the same time.
Cool. 5 skeletons, each wielding bows, all run closer to the wall, stop once they are in range, aim and fire. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll some d20s, and then I'm going to tell you who maybe or maybe not got hit and for how much. So, okay. Well, that's a miss, and that's a miss.
Just yelling. One of my guardians is staring this thing down. The other one is making rude gestures at it.
Oh, by the way, quick question.
Hmm?
You had the group of teenagers, which I recall you did send back into town.
Yes.
But what about
Yes.
what about Stu and the Sunbursters? Are they still with you, or did you send them back as well?
They were the ones that
I
were
would have asked
building
them if they were
the-
willing to fight.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Then the Sunbursters are there as well. Okay. So. Hang on.
Unless we want to send them to the other gate. But
We
Well,
didn't know that
so
happened.
they can't. They'll take their action at the end, and they
Okay.
probably will end up running towards the other gate.
Okay.
Although we'll get to that in a moment. So you have Elise and Donald with you, correct?
yes. Elise,
Yes.
Donald, Brian
Nikki
is
is
here.
back at the house.
Brian's-
Brian is at the other gate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Elise takes one arrow to the shoulder. She does not make any noise louder than just a sort of a low grunt as she looks at the arrow sticking out of her arm, kind of wiggles her arm a little bit, and just like looks back down at the battlefield. And then
Respect it.
Grant, what's your AC?
16.
Okay, 2 arrows whiz by you, both narrowly missing you, one of which skitters across your cannon, doesn't damage it, but definitely scratched the paint.
We have issues. We have much issue.
The 5 zombies all run towards the gate, moaning and clattering. They're armed with short swords and heater shields, and they're smacking their swords against their shields as they are running up towards the gate, making just a fantastic noise. They are able to get 30 feet away from the gate before they run out of steam for the round. So that is their move, as they have no ranged attack.
34. Okay.
Yep. You guys have a kill pocket. That's what it's for. Next initiative.
Zombie 1.
They move up to where the other zombies are. Next initiative.
It's top of the round. Back to your boy, Ingo Bolt.
Ah.
It's your boy.
The lesser known Oingo Boingo cover band.
So Ingo casts, and man, you'd think I would have been smart enough to look this up ahead of time. But
Nico Bolas's lesser brother, Ingo Bolt.
All right, you know what? If
Least
you're gonna
favorite
make fun of
planeswalker.
his name, I'm not gonna give you guys cool,
Half-dragon.
Ingo.
EGs
moron.
anymore. He casts. Oh, sorry, there it is. Yeah, so he casts Thaumaturgy, and
Fanciful.
uses it to make his voice extremely loud and extremely deep as he declares over the battleground, You all have one more chance to give in. If you surrender now and lay your weapons at your feet, I will spare your lives and the lives of your friends.
He's waiting for a response. I'm fucking busy.
Yeah.
He waits a moment, and like there is a sort of a pregnant pause sensation over the battlefield before Ingo then fires some fire at the guy who fires fire. And so, Conrad, I need you to make a dex save for me.
Oh.
Hey, dog, I heard you.
Fire.
With my bless.
Mm-hmm. DC 17.
A 26 will do it.
Woohoo! It's because the pain was scratched.
Nice.
what your
So
rage looks
you
like?
only take
Is it?
half damage from this as not a fireball, as in like, the AoE fireball spell, but a ball of flame nonetheless comes streaking out of the woods and screaming much the way your ammunition does, which is what tips you off enough to allow you to get most of the way out of its path, but it does catch you
Time out.
for a...
Ooh.
Oh?
Oh.
I think someone's got a reaction.
I have a
Someone have a
reaction.
class feature? Yes, what is your reaction?
You did say flame,
Yeah.
which is a element.
I don't even
Mhm.
It's a flower.
So let me
know.
double check the rule on it. And I'll go ahead and use that immediately. Yep, one reaction when you take acid, cold, fire, or lightning. So I'm gonna spend
Now,
one.
here's the question. How often can you do that? Because you may want to save it for a more grievous
it costs me
wound.
mana.
Okay, then
Absorb
fine.
elements?
So,
Oh, well, that shit too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
My ranger's like,
Let's
hi,
see.
that's mine.
I had a tank warlock that did that. Hit you with it.
Incoming. Yeah, let's see.
That's the only thing is a ranger. I couldn't use it back because it's only melee.
I now have resistance to
But
this.
soaking is great.
okay.
So whatever
So,
damage he does, half and then half again.
Yep. Okay. So you take 4 fire damage as your remaining eyebrow is singed.
Well, probably would have thrown the coat is what's resistant.
Yeah. No.
So there's a
obviously, you're
flourish
fine.
of the coat. I'm giving some flair to my fucking spell here. So he sees
I like
the bolt
burning your
coming
eyebrows.
in, and Grant reaches down, grabs the corner of his coat, spins it up over himself and the gun. As it reflects off the residual heat, is what he feels underneath the coat.
Picture that like an anime
The
sequence. That's great.
yeah, I was gonna say the flyover cam suddenly increases to twice the frame rate, so as to catch all of that in extra smooth motion.
We hired a
And
different
he just
studio.
whips the coat back around, little
Yeah.
embers flying off, and he looks fairly unfazed.
Somewhere back in town, a bard is playing an electric lute, and it's all power chords. So that's fucking sweet as shit. And you only took 4 damage from the thing that would have done quite a lot more. And next up on the initiative... Oh, no, shit. Ingo gets... that comes at the end of the round. Never mind. Go!
Whoa. Hold on. Oh. Excellent. Donnie's next.
Donald runs out to meet the zombies that are coming in. He noticed that since the 2 heavies are occupied with the really heavy, that there wasn't anyone who was currently working on all the littles. So he runs out there and pulls his bardiche off his back, and in a display of martial artistry, emphasis on artistry, he kills 3 of 5 zombies in the first pack he comes to, slicing through one of them, cutting them in half, just below their belly, continuing in a circle to slice another one from the tip of their cranium to just below their collarbone before he backhafts another zombie just right in the temple, absolutely splattering brain gore across the 7 remaining zombies that are around him.
Ooh.
Okay.
Next.
Hey, Donald, they fucking see you, I guess.
Back up being lippy.
Zombie Group 1.
Zombie Group 1 is going to move towards the gate as they've already gotten close. So they will make it just to the gate, but won't be able to make it through the gate yet. But they are attacking the hinges of the gate with their swords and shields, just trying to batter the thing off of its hinges.
Well, that's a problem. Well, that brings us to our activation.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone wants to do a massively defensive move or overall just kick some ass.
I would rather get your train rolling, so if you want to go to...
As long as I go before you,
Yeah.
I can set you
Then
up.
go first.
No, let's do it now.
Okay.
Cloris has been sitting
curious, so-
behind the stone, keeping that secure position, and Minerva is still anxiously taking its little talons along her staff because they're peering up. She'll like raise Minerva up for a second and then pull Minerva down. So she's been using Minerva to keep an eye on everybody.
Like a periscope.
A periscope.
Yeah. I was chewing ice. God damn it. Anyway.
And this time around, she pulls Minerva down. Oh, help me. And she starts rapidly pulling at the cords along the staff, and the little talons of the owl starts helping her along, pulling the intricately braided knotwork apart. And as she does, little bits of, like, herb falls around it, and she, like, peers out one more time. Okay, fastly now. And you're going to feel the strength of that tidal wave in your soul, because you got haste, my girl.
Ah! Let's go!
That's handy.
Every GM's favorite part is when the barb is hasted in the party.
You've got bless and haste. This is going to be sick shit. You better out DPS the paladin though, or else you're
I've got a
gonna
short
have to...
sword. You're okay.
Oh my goodness.
Paladin has
You'll be
smites,
fine.
though.
Smites, man.
Yeah, but the smite, the paladin's job is mostly to hold aggro.
My Angie damage isn't a lot. It makes me sad.
Okay, so
Oh, and as my bonus action, I will also cast Shillelagh just in case, because it costs nothing to do so.
sure, yeah, you have a shillelagh in your hand. What does your shillelagh look like?
No, it turns basically your. It means she wouldn't be attacking with a spear. It's the other side of what she carries with her at all times anyway.
She turns
It's-
the spear, the
her-
haft end of the spear becomes a magic weapon.
Yeah, because hers is kind of like a staff, but it has that intricate woven dreamcatcher, and then the
Mhm.
spear that's kind of ornamental. Let's be honest.
So you turn it over, and part of it starts glowing, and you're ready to go if anyone gets close.
Oh. Unlike green glow would be cool.
But they're ready to bonk. Now you're ready to do a bonk.
Next
Casting
up,
haste,
Big
putting
bunk.
magic buffs. Yeah, you're a green caster.
Big bunk. Alright, after that activation, Skelly 2. Skelly 2.
they assault Donald
Really
en
too?
masse. Well, I say en masse, but there's only 2 of them now. They give it their best shot, though. And that's where my d20s went. Okay. Donald it looks like he's barely breaking a sweat out there as he just dances and dodges around them. They're not even getting glancing blows off of his lamellar armor. He just moves out of the way smoothly as they're made to look, well, like they're half dead. Next initiative.
That's a tie between Brian and Skilly 1.
Brian does something that none of you can see. It's sweet as hell and would absolutely knock your socks off, but he's way over there.
And
So
we have an animation budget to think about.
yes, we do. Yes, we do. And with all those sweet things you do, we gotta put our priorities where, anyway.
Thankfully,
Uh,
Clark's
There's still
panning
reaction
shots all
shot
the
of someone
time,
going,
so you
"Whoa."
can save money there.
Yeah, yeah. Some kid in the city is just like, for 10 seconds. And so
Excellent.
the skeletons are going to fire, and they are all going to direct their fire. So I have a question, Grant, Conry, Grant,
Mm-hmm.
Grantry.
Grantry.
Wait,
Present.
Gaunt. Anyway,
John.
See the hate.
That's why I picked it up.
does your gun have an AC? Can it be hit, harmed, destroyed, messed with?
Yes, it does. The turret, because you're a fucking monster, has AC 18.
Excellent.
And it has my level times 5 in health. So it's got 20
Okay.
HP and it's AC 18.
So five skeletons, all in synchronous action, pull an arrow out of their quiver, pass their wrist over it. If you were closer to them, you could hear the clicking of the fire starters installed in their skeletal structure as they light these arrows and pull back and fire, all 5 aiming at your turret, 2 of which hit. One of, you said 18?
18.
1 hits for a grand total of 5.
Man.
And then, let's see. Your turret can't make a reflex save. Okay, your turret is on fire. You can spend a bonus or move action to put it out.
It actually does. Hold, please. The turret has more.
Does it have a
than
dex
just-
save?
It's got saves.
Oh, fantastic! All right. Well,
I
it needs
love
to
it.
make a. It needs to make a dex save DC 13.
All right.
Skitter, like your little mechanical life depends on it.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I like the
Stop,
idea that
drop,
it's
and
just like
Undulate.
it pulls its legs in, drops to the ground, and just sort of like rolls gently back and forth.
Oh my god. We are in love with any kind of robot on this channel. It's sad.
AC
So,
18.
Can confirm.
If forced to make
I
an
need to talk
ability
to you guys
check or
about
saving
robots
throw,
later.
treat all its ability scores as 0, but I get to use my proficiencies if they're available.
Okay.
Ooh.
So it is on fire. Then it sounds like.
No, I get to
Um,
make a save for it. I haven't rolled.
Oh! I'm sorry. You said
It counts
it's-
a plus 0 at 10.
Ah!
Sorry. I
Got
was
it,
reading
got
the
it, got it.
bonus. Save. What's the DC?
13.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
14 raw on the D20, and then so it gets no bonus because I'm not proficient in dex saves, but
Mm-hmm.
so it's able to it just spins in place and throws the arrow off of it.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So it does not, in fact, catch fire. It took the 5 damage, but that's it. And so that is the skeleton's turn. What is next on the list?
'Tis our activation. It was Angie's roll.
Who's fucking up what?
We
I
got a
can
big
go
barbarian,
and do some
and we
big
got a whole lot of
damage.
magic.
I can do some big damage.
Go for it.
I'm for
Okay.
it.
We're just recording Lewis's damage taken.
Yes, I haven't been keeping track of your.
I can keep track of
Okay.
that. Honestly, I'm the only one that can fix him.
There.
Okay.
Yeah. I have questions later about Lewis. Not bad ones. Just do what you're gonna do.
Does Lewis have a soul?
Questions.
Too
I'm
many
raging,
souls
so I
in that.
can't.
There are answers to that and more coming later. The cannon, the cannon will train after it's done spinning, train back onto its previous target and take another shot at the scab giant. It's that level size.
Mm-hmm.
It will take a shot at the scab giant.
By the way, are things we learn about Lewis considered canon?
It's gonna take a shot
roll
at
your
the
damage.
scab giant.
Make it a death
Roll your
save
damage.
right now.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Dinah hastily leaves the field
Retreats
to
into the
live
woods.
as a
22
lumberjack.
to hit.
22 will. Holy shit. Yeah, that'll hit. Give me some damage.
Yes.
So that's gonna be. That's.
Oh, something that occurs to me. The giant didn't get a go last turn. It's not on the initiative.
That's what I
roster.
think.
Put it-
Zom.
Oh, I wrote it as Zom G1. think that's what that
okay.
was.
That's okay. Put scab at the bottom. It
Yep.
just goes last.
Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything last turn. That's fine. Whatever. It was.
Sorry, Zed,
confused.
that was my fault.
Nope,
So
that's
that's
I read it and I was like, I don't remember what that means. Shit.
a respectable 9 force damage.
It's been a week.
9 force damage. All right.
And then, but Grant has his eye on something else because he did some preparations before. So where they had set the pieces of log out, Grant had proceeded to rig them up and then get them into the trees.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a simple moment where he pulls out a pocket watch, primes it slightly, and then presses the start button. And there is an explosion up in the trees for a quick moment as the log chunk is catapulted down onto the group attacking the gate.
Okay.
So, catapult.
That's amazing.
I love playing
Get
Mousetrap
wrecked.
as a kid.
Setting it up sucked,
me
but
just-
playing it was great.
Let me just spend these here points to do it.
Well, that's why you just get your barbarian to set up the mousetrap for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Dedicated,
can't
put this
catapult
together.
the barbarian yet.
Oh, yet.
What? What? Are you launching me into space? What's
I don't know. Is there
No.
enemies in space?
No, it is not in this book. Fuck. It's in... Let me double check. Sorry about that.
There are enemies in space, mostly heretical ones.
I mean, that is literally where Emrakul is right now.
Literally
right?
made a legend for myself and then didn't use it.
I wanna
Emrakul is
fight.
actually in the
Apologize.
what is it? It's
In the
the
moon.
You good?
it's
I'm
the
so
green
excited.
mist.
Yeah,
No,
this
yeah, Emrakul isn't in the moon currently.
I'm also entranced by the
Oh,
glare in your
that
cornea. so I'm
space
just
between.
like,
Yeah.
I forget what it's called.
That's a Dave Matthews song.
There it is.
Angie and fabulous.
Wonderful.
I need deck
Yeah.
saving throws
From your...
from the target.
Oh, I see. Okay, they fail, and so does the wall. Tell me how much damage.
I'm hitting the wall? I meant to hit them.
Well, so you're hitting them, and okay, it's a big ass tree, right? Like you're shooting a whole fucking tree.
It was
At
cut up
a
into
group-
logs, right?
it was cut up into chunks that I'm firing
Okay.
down.
So
What's
they're all surrounding the hinge. The wall's not going to catch a lot. I just need to know what the damage is you do to them.
4d8?
Cool. Okay. Roll it. You're probably going to kill them all.
Do it! Do it!
That's
Just-
right.
You just smited them.
Because he's timing it off of the arcane firearm. It's actually 5d8.
oh, jeez.
Even better. Just fucking dust these assholes.
Oh, we're gonna grind them up and use it for forbidden medicine later. I don't.
Or I could roll like that.
Do you want to
Jesus.
point
Do
if
you
you
want
want
to re-roll some damage?
to reroll a 1 or something?
Can I? You mind if I?
Please do.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Like, use them.
Jesus.
We need to thin them out.
That was not much better. All right, so
Still better.
Yeah.
oh,
increase.
13 damage. Fucking roll 5d8. I
Oh
get
my
13.
Goodness.
I feel that.
Okay,
Smite I
for
pulled
what it's
earlier.
worth, that's fine. You absolutely obliterate all 5 zombies as chunks of zombie and some splinters from both the logs and bits and pieces of the door go like a shotgun through the gate. The gate itself is still mostly intact, certainly workable, has not been knocked off its hinges because they were only there for a round and did shit-ass damage to it. Before you then, destroyed them with the might of trees. So, yeah, you've cleared that threat. Donald is dealing with the final 2 from his group. Whose initiative is it?
Oh, it is Elise's. And what group did Grant just wipe out off the initiative?
I think 2. I think
Kelly
that's
2?
the one that was, yeah.
Okay.
Grant's
And
just gonna
bye.
go back to calibrating. Don't need that much.
Let's turn that
little pinch of
down.
grass, testing the wind.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you said who's up?
It's Elise's turn.
Elise. Elise turns to Stu and the Sunbursters and shouts at them, "Go help my friend! He's at the north gate!" And Stu and his yellow tabarded friends all salute Elise as if she's their sergeant and then go trundling off towards the north gate. Elise then rips the arrow out of her arm, says a brief prayer to Avison, holding the arrow like this in front of her forehead, and then hauls back and tosses the arrow at one of the zombies near Donald, piercing it through the head and forcing it to the ground.
That's a neat trick.
Take it back.
Her arm is bleeding, but gently.
You dropped this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's a
Here
vampire
you
moment.
go. And so that is Elise's action. Next up,
It's us, back to back.
Could have done a cool D moment.
So that would be between Dinah and Angelica to figure out.
You're hasted.
I am hasted.
sounds like you go first.
I am hasted. This is fair, I'm hasted.
Do a murder now.
The second that Dinah is hasted, there's just like this, almost like a feeling, like aura around her of just like this vibrating, just anger. But she just lets it out in like this roar and just starts wailing on the scab that's in front of her, just like, ah! Just going to town on it. So she's just gonna take a whole lot of whacking at its other leg to try to just clean that right off.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. You have how many attacks then with haste?
3
total? Okay, I want you to roll all 3 of your attack rolls
Okay.
first.
Okay.
Don't forget the bless.
Yes.
I like to think, by the way, that for Dinah, this is basically like cocaine, and she's just there like, am I talking really fast? I think I'm talking really fast. Am I talking really fast? Can you tell me if I'm talking really fast? Wham, wham, wham!
Oh my god,
Anyway.
I fucking hate this thing, it's gonna die now! Just like a lot of that.
Yeah.
That kind of energy. Alright, so the first one's 22.
Yep.
And then it's... Oh,
Do you want to
ew.
reroll?
The fuck?
You want to reroll that?
Wait, see how much it is.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, you're fine. Keep going.
Okay, 14
Alright.
AC.
Yeah, for science.
And then... Oh, math, come on, Dara. 21.
Yep. All right. So give me all 3 damages.
This is,
Yeah?
this is dissonant, but I'm going with it. I just downloaded every angry animal into Dinah's head in once.
And then a
It's
little
fine.
symbol
Can I
monkey
reroll
comes
one
out
of
of
these?
the underbrush.
Yeah.
Yay.
And I suddenly learned turn
That's
undead.
way
Go
better,
away.
because that's
I was going to
math.
say, stares at Chloris, looks at her, calls her mommy, and then symbols its way back under the underbrush.
minutes.
Are we all breathing in some really weird gas? Is there some toxin in the air today?
I've had a strange ass day after a strange ass week, and I really like scotch.
39.
Okay, so
Spin the wind, motherfucker.
Brett,
here's what
Did
happens.
you omni slash this fucking thing?
Yes. So Dinah slashes it in the back of its thigh, the axe biting a huge chunk out of its flesh.
Sword.
Longsword. I apologize. Biting a huge chunk out of its flesh, which she then uses to propel herself upwards slightly, landing her feet on the gentle shelf of its oversized giant ass as she slashes at its neck twice, cleaving its head from its shoulders and riding the thing to the ground.
There can only be one giant ass on this field, and it's not yours. Oh yeah.
In her rage, all she can scream is "Dinah squats!"
The scab, for its part, is leaking gallons of black fluid, that sort of thick black printer toner and muesli mix like they used to kill off Tasha Yar. It's just oozing out of all of the orifices, including the new orifices Dinah made on this large entity, and it's actively deflating under her feet. Like a Stretch Armstrong leaking its corn syrup.
She's just standing there and doesn't even lift her sword up yet, looks at Angie and goes, "Who's next?" Basically just, she's gonna follow you.
The zombies and skeletons nearby all take a 5-foot step back. I know those aren't a thing anymore, but they do.
And now, our mounted paladin gets to go.
Yep.
Wow.
So there are, coming from the north, your friends in various carriages and wagons. I've been descotched. Pardon me. Coming in various carriages and wagons, running at a breakneck pace as they make their way down the rocky, muddy path towards the gate. And they are being chased by a flight of ghouls in incorporeal form, following them closely and throwing shadowy bolts at the horses.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Goodbye.
So
Dinah, please add floaty bads, however you want to put that, to the initiative list. They're actually ghouls. I mean, they're just ghouls.
Yeah.
I'll just put
Okay.
ghouls.
So they're flying ghouls. So they're, if I were to draw a line between my compatriots and the front door.
Yeah.
Is that path currently clear, or is it still gummed up with shit right now?
No, the path is largely clear. There are 2 skeletons remaining. Did we skip over Donald's go, or is he like next or something?
No, he went.
He went already. He went way back.
Yeah.
Top of the
Okay,
round.
so that was
Like-
at the top of the round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Donald's got 2 skellies that he's dealing with remaining, and there are 5 skeleton archers, but they're a full 100 feet away from the gate. So right now the path is clear.
Okay. Oh God, I don't really have a way to take care of flyers on me. Sword's
You don't
a
have
little short.
reach?
Sword's a little short.
You're on a horse, though.
Sword's a little short.
But the horse is tall.
Sword's a little short.
Anyhow.
It's not a reach weapon. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so in that case, then, if they've got a clear shot through, Jesus, I'm gonna, as Dinah looks up at me, I just look down at her. Just keep the door clear. We need to make sure they've got a path. They're coming in hot. And I kick the horse, and as my bonus action, let's see here. Shit. Okay, I can't quite get to those archers. You said they're 100 feet away.
Well, not from you. They're 100 feet away from the door. From you, they're 60 feet.
Oh, perfect. That's how fast my horse goes.
Hooray!
So, yeah, as my bonus action, I'm going to switch my hunter's mark over there.
Mm-hmm.
As I again galloping in, this time a bit higher with the sword held aloft and like pulling the reins up so the shield is in front of me, which again that holy symbol of Avacyn begins to like haze at the edges, as I just like scream like, in her name I abjure thee, and I'm gonna go in and try to like essentially one woman cavalry charge into their archery line and try to break that as much as I can as I go whack with swords, because that's what your cavalry is for.
Yep, that sounds fantastic.
Backline.
Cavalry is in fact the historical enemy of archers. So go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Sure. Aha. Damn it. Let's see. That's 4, 7, 8. I rolled an 11. And yes, I did do all the adding of the mini bonuses. Yes.
You may want to spend a die.
How are we doing on bonus die at this point?
You got 3.
What, 3?
Yeah, we're at 3 right
We
now.
still at 3?
You pee really quick.
Still 3 again?
Yeah,
you've been
I'd say use it.
spending-
I'm good for it.
Spending and gaining them at roughly parity.
Do we have
Okay.
your approvals
Well, then
for
shit.
bonus dice? Got it.
Sick.
Go.
There we go. That's like a 20 something at that point. That'll hit. All right. So, in that case, I roll some dice. Oh,
And we
shit! I
get
forgot to
right back.
notate. Yep, absolutely. It's a D. It's an extra D6.
Have to be
2d6.
merciful.
Sorry. Need a second D6. Here we go. 3 6s. So very on brand. All right. So that is 5. So 5 plus 6. So 11 damage as I crash into
Be
them.
more merciful.
Shit.
4 skeletons all get crushed beneath the hooves and blade that you bring to bear as they silently clatter to the forest floor, hopefully never to animate again. As the last one gets knocked out of the path, sort of in a falling domino effect from the skeleton that you destroyed next to it, falls to the ground and is knocked prone, but is not dead.
Undead. Great. I'm gonna get my second attack.
Yep.
As I like come up around and see that one's still there, and like as the sword swings upward, like fucking reach out with my boot and just kick it in the fucking head.
You say it's prone?
Yep.
Oh, you get advantage for that, don't you? For
Mhm.
melee?
Okay, sure.
I mean, I don't know.
No, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna. I rolled a 27. I
Okay,
hit
well
it.
then whatever. Yeah. So the thing is, I mean, it would require more reading than I'm currently willing to do.
Okay.
There's
Let
a
me
part
know.
of my brain that logically says I'm on a horse and a thing is like lying on its belly in front of me. It should be harder to hit, but I don't know if logically that makes any if that actually translates in the rules. Regardless, you hit the fuck out of it. We can even just say your horse stamped it to death. Whatever. Give me some
Yes.
damage.
Well, yes. I rolled
Oh,
in
Five
on this
increased
last-
mounts is 1 unit. So
Sure.
any attacks the horse is doing is also the attacks of the rider,
Yep.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
Strictly speaking, he still gets actions, just that he can only dash, move, or disengage. I think
Mhm.
something like that. But I still get my movement, so it's weird because you can. It's goofy. But in any event, 5 plus 6 is 11. So yeah, like Dawnbreaker like rears up and just boom. It's fucking. We reenact that opening scene from Terminator. Just like it's this like clattering skull. Like I'm gonna get back up, and this fucking hoof, this golden hoof. Well, I mean the fur is golden, so you know it's cronk.
Excellent.
It's a Palomino. He's
yeah,
he's a
you
golden horse with white hair.
you smash the
Why is
fuck
Dawnbreaker?
out of that skeleton. Its skull is dust as you ride back, drifting a cloud of white dust behind you that collects to the generally damp foliage around you. Next up,
Scale 3 and Zombie 1 or Zombie 2 are together. Which group just got taken out?
actually both. So who's next after them?
They're gone.
By Zombie 1.
Ah, okay. So they hadn't yet moved. They got waylaid. No, they're dead too. No, they're totally dead. Yep, you guys whacked them too. Next up.
Scab's gone. So
Ghouls.
your ghouls that just showed up. We're at the bottom.
Okay, and then after them, Ingo.
fancy man.
My poor Scab never got a hit. Oh well, that's fine. There are a million more of those.
I
So,
really hope that's not the case.
well, I mean,
I got bad
They're out in
news,
the
honey.
world somewhere else.
not a million, but let me put it this way. Ingo did not need 2,000 shitty zombies, but he needed the parts for 2,000 zombies to make, I don't know, 500 giant-ass zombie
Amalgamations.
creatures. Right, yeah. Which he also didn't make that many of anything, but I like making
Destroying amalgamations. It's fun.
Grant do that thing with his hand over his face. So the ghouls are firing at the wagons. The wagons, for their part, are firing back. Each of the wagons has one person next to the driver wielding a coach gun that is firing Geist Flame. And the wailing black powder shots full of pellet are ripping through the ghouls as both groups are running at pace towards the gate. So that is their action. Next up is Ingo, who gets an extra thing because he gets a legendary action. And so I need everyone to please make a Constitution save.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, all right. Plus.
Oh.
I have to read a thing. Hold on.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, I also have to read a
You have
thing.
advantage on those, right? While raging? Or is it
Strength.
just strength?
It's just strength checks. It's not con checks.
I have Warcaster. Do I get it's advantage only on concentration con checks, right? For
Yeah,
Warcaster?
but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should you take damage?
Yeah, advantage in that case.
Well, yeah, that'll do. That'll do.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
19.
Ooh.
I'm trying to catch up to you.
I need to know if anyone gets less than a 17.
Certainly.
Yo,
Ooh.
Oh no. No. I got.
Anyone else?
I'm immune to disease. It's fine.
And that worries me how confident you are about that little bit.
I somehow ended up with a 24.
It's true.
Nice.
With a net 20, I got a 29.
Jesus. Okay. So,
All the meat.
only Angie, and Angie, I'm very, very sorry about this. Oh, I need you to make a save for your horse. Does your horse make saves?
He sure does. Him got a constitution of 13 and everything. Oh, yeah, he did not. He failed.
Okay.
He
So,
is not immune to diseases.
Do you want fortune? The pony?
Nah, it's okay. Hey, my horse dies this episode, so be it.
Good
So
news
be
is
it.
it's like a celestial, so technically you can resummon.
Same
It's fine.
horse?
Yeah.
So actually,
Like a
all that
familiar.
ends up happening, all that ends up happening, is that
Is
the
Angelica
both
dies.
No.
So on the ground around you are a number of red cat mushrooms. They look like fly amanita, but they're not. And you know they're not because fly amanita don't swell up and explode with the deafening force of a flashbang. You and your horse are both deafened as someone somewhere does something to make one of the mushrooms explode.
Jesus, does this force a concentration check?
Do you have anything that's... Oh, is your horse
Yeah, I
a
got Hunter's
concentration
Mark up.
thing? Oh, Hunter's Mark. Yes, it is. Yes, it does. Sorry, I didn't think you had anything, or I'd have mentioned it.
No, totally. So, since is that just a 10 then? Since I didn't take damage?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Can you tell I'm way too used to playing a rogue?
Also made you roll.
No, certain effects
Well,
can.
Okay.
Status effects on their own.
There
don't.
goes
Okay.
Hunter's Mark. As I
Oh,
am
no.
suitably surprised as the shit pops off, it's just like, "Gah!" Literally shielding my eyes.
Mm-hmm. And that is the legendary action at the end of the round. So we are now back to the top.
That'd be ya boy,
Round 3, fight.
Ingo Bolt.
Ingo still holding concentration on thaumaturgy. Shouts to the group of you. Fine then, have it your way. I have other things to attend to. But here's a parting gift, my friends. And a dark figure flies high over the battlefield, drops something mid-air, and then flies towards the front gate.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The object doesn't finish falling before the end of the action. So
No, yeah.
continue. There's a thing mid-air. Who's next?
Donald.
Donald finishes off the other two skeletons, the other two zombies. Skeletons. He was killing skeletons. Finishes those off and moves out of the way of the oncoming wagon train.
That's probably smart.
Yeah.
How big is this thing falling from the sky?
Well, it's hard to tell because you're not 100% certain how far up Ingo was at the time, but it's somewhere between the size of a pumpkin and a Volkswagen. But you'll know more as it gets closer. I would allow a perception check, actually. I'm an idiot. We have a skill for that. Anyone who wants to make a perception check can make one, and then I'll give you an accurate representation of it.
Bless.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh.
18.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, 19.
14.
Fucker yeah.
I rolled so poorly.
Oh.
Fuck less yeah. And
Me? I didn't roll. I'm deafened. I didn't even know the guy was talking.
fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so
I just got flashbanged. I don't fucking know what's going on.
Grant and Dinah, yeah, my earballs. Grant and Dinah can both tell that this thing is a round item entity that looks to be about 4 feet at its widest point. There's a cat doing a cat thing. That looks to be about 4 feet at its widest point. And because I can never remember the difference between circumference and diameter, that's why I teach English. And it is falling not unlike a cannonball.
It's on an arc.
Yeah, well, more in that it seems to be very smooth and is making a slight whistling noise.
Ah.
Oh. Smooth. Up.
And it will land at the end of the round.
Okay. Oh boy. Alright, so I think this was the scab, where the scab originally was. So, moving on initiative, that's us!
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's only one person in this group that I know of right now that's really going to be able to take a shot at something mid-air.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is.
Exactly.
What else is there? Is there anything else about?
It looks like it's mainly that.
Oh, the ghouls. I want
And the ghouls.
Okay.
Yeah.
The ghouls chasing our
Yeah.
company.
If I take
And
my
the
turn,
ghouls-
it's going to be relieving the caravan of their problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
The
say pretty
ghouls
important.
can be affected. I'm just going to give you all the knowledge on this one because like your backgrounds and skills and whatnot are just good enough to know this. Silver weapons hurt them. Magic weapons hurt them. Geist flame hurts them. Any of those things will hurt them.
Okay. Well, I happen to have a bunch of that. If you would like me to go first and make sure that the caravan has free reign into.
Yeah. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I have
I've-
none of those things.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah,
got
it's-
none of that.
Unless my long sword
I
is
have
silver.
one of that,
Attacks.
but
Magic
it
attacks? Okay.
doesn't go far.
It's short.
It's more of an interpersonal kind of silver. It's less of a long distance relationship kind of silver.
Yeah.
Size doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
No, I'd say I use it quite well. It's just, I can't really use it over the phone.
Would you like to geist it up?
After adjusting his charges for later catapult possibilities. Oh. Let's make sure nobody else dies over there. And the Lewis gun will turn and aim in at the ghouls.
There are a
There's
total of
120
5
foot range
ghouls.
on these.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So there are a total of 5 ghouls flying in a reverse V formation.
Like geese.
Okay.
Yep.
I
Those
love
fucks.
We can't be friends.
Geese geists.
I honk for change in this house.
I'm gonna move down the line then.
Sure.
So first, the cannon shot. Oof, that is atrocious, but yeah, that's 11. That'll miss.
Yep. That
Yeah.
does miss.
I mean, how? I was gonna say, how likely are you to have normally hit?
Oh, very.
What do we have for fortune? We're at 5.
Oh,
We're at 5
mind if I
fortune.
use
It's
it?
5?
Yeah, no, go ahead and reroll
Yeah.
that.
Go,
Fucking
go, go.
roll.
Always.
Yeah.
Reroll that, Jim.
Like, unless it was one of those things.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
23.
Woohoo!
yeah. Yeah. 23 will do it. Oh shit.
Marginally
But
better.
it does still get mischance. Hang on.
Unless it's like my
Fucker.
wizard making a strength check. Then don't worry
God
about
damn it!
right?
You hit it. All right.
Like-
You hit it.
What
You,
has-
you bypassed. You overcame the mischance. Tell me damage.
There's a mischance.
Mhm.
Spooky ghosts.
That's usually only applied. This is force damage, by the way.
Oh,
So it should bypass those kinds of
Yeah.
things.
whatever.
God, I love force
Just do
damage.
your thing.
It's 10 force damage.
Piff! The first ghoul decorporates in front of everybody. The drivers and gunners on the carriages all let out a yay as they continue taking shots at the thing also.
much
Next
ability.
attack.
Good to know I'm appreciated as he uses the end the top of his cane, uses it like a rifle stand as he aims along it and releases a flame bolt.
Right, flame bolt, not the other thing. Okay. Yep.
Yes.
So this is
It's not Mel's acid arrow. It's flame bolt.
No, wait, hang on. Can't you? How many bolts do you get?
What do you mean?
Isn't flame bolt? doesn't Flame Bolt eventually get you more bolts?
You're thinking of was it scorching something?
No,
Scorching
you're
Ray?
thinking of Scorching Ray.
I know that Scorching Ray does that. I thought Flame Bolt also.
No,
anyway,
that's
whatever.
that's
It gets bigger.
Eldritch
It gets
Blast.
more
that's
damage.
Eldritch Blast.
That's right. That's
Flame
right.
Bolt
All right.
just gets bigger and does more damage.
Yep.
All right, smack it for a bunch.
So that's only 22 to hit.
Okay, well, the 22 will hit, assuming the mischance to... Ooh, no. Fucking fuck. All right, yep, you hit it.
These things got phase on them then. Damn. Okay, so that is... Oh, these are d10s, that's right. 2d10 plus 1d8. Plus 1. 19.
You kill that one and the one next to it as the ray plows right through and piffs two of them. There are now only two remaining.
There you go. I've done my work for today.
Are you going home?
That's my workout.
No, I'm just pointing out that everything after this is bonus.
Oh no, I'm sad now. Oh, you hurt me.
I got bad news about hazard pay.
Yes! Oh.
We didn't negotiate hazard pay ahead
That's
of time.
where
It's
we
fine.
fucking failed.
Alright, so that was
Telling ya.
our first initiative.
Hazard pay.
They're dead. They're dead. Brian might do something cool that we can't see.
Brian does something fucking sick. The people around him are in awe of his fantastic arcane prowess. What you all see is a faint yellow glow off in the distance, lights up briefly, and then dies back down again.
Brian gets me. And then it's ours again. I relinquish to the end, essentially, right now.
I'm
So
like,
you're
bitch, you got
hasty as fuck.
hasted. You better use
Yeah,
that.
but I'm gonna use it
Okay.
on whatever the
Can't
fuck
you-
is falling right now.
That's
Can't you
true.
like pull a Sonic and like run vertically up a tree and then jump? No.
Only if you
Okay.
swim parkour.
So-
You could declare held action to attack whatever lands.
I wanted to see if I... Oh, my speed is doubled right now, too.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Go baby, go.
So I want to go... Okay, so if you guys are cool with me going, I have an idea to try to figure out what it is a little sooner before it hits the ground.
Recon.
Which is... And we might need a roll check, because I want to jump toward it to get closer to it while it's coming down.
Interesting. So jumping to intercept it isn't a bad idea overall, because it will land at roughly the spot where the carriages will be at the time that it hits.
Oh, yeah. Then I would like to...
So you could potentially do that. So your jump is based on your strength, and then there is... I know that there's a calculation for jumping distance and shit. I don't care what the book says. Go ahead, give me an
yeah.
athletics check.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
And
Double down.
we're going to say that the DC is 16, and you have advantage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. You don't always want to attack. So... Math, fuck! 20!
Nice.
Right down
Just
my
for the sake of...
Even
more on the other one.
favorite moment of the night.
The hasted, blessed barbarian takes a few steps back, gets a really good lead up, runs faster than anything anyone has seen, jumps into the air an almost impossible distance, gets some real fucking hang time. We're talking like early, Michael Jordan shit. Just floating for a moment as you then give me another quick athletics check to see if you catch this thing. This time, not advantage.
Okay. Is it the... Because I know I have advantage on strength checks in general, but that's just straight strength checks, right? Through the reach.
Any strength
That's what I'm trying to remember.
test, any ability
Yeah.
check that
Okay.
involves strength.
Then I
Yep.
auto get advantage anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Gonna roll these one time.
You're gonna need it.
You can suck my dick and go over there. That's way
yeah.
better.
Paper child.
At the same time.
That's
Tricky.
27.
Nice. Yeah, you catch it, and then for a brief
Why am I
moment
hugging?
are concerned because it doesn't. It's influencing your movement much more than you're influencing its movement, and it takes you a second to realize that that's because it's a lot heavier than you are. But you are able to knock it off of its course and towards some trees that are directly east of the gate, and you smack into the tree, doing no damage to yourself nor to the object, and land, still holding the blitz ball.
Can I take a little bit of damage?
It is too big for you to actually like you can. I mean, it's like hugging a person, right? So you're like, you can get around it, but it's pretty awkward.
Okay.
I find hugs are very awkward.
Dinah's guardians are just like, oh, fuck. They mouth it, but you don't hear anything.
The most disconcerting thing about this is that it is exceptionally cold to the point where it actually hurts to keep a grasp on it, and it is actively steaming now that it's on the humid, swampy ground.
Grant into your brain! Rah!
Run on your brain!
No, she's turning!
She's been bit.
This is when I go werewolf. Surprised I was a werewolf the whole
Many
time.
more consonants and less vowels, sweetie.
Sorry.
Oh, God. So, I made my big yump, and I'm very excited, and thank you everyone for letting me do that.
Of course.
Elise is
No.
after that whole shenanigan. That just happened.
Elise calls out to the group of you, "This isn't the whole caravan." She's looking
No.
like you can see that she's looking over towards where the path leads from. And now that she points it out, the rest of you notice it as well. This is
-1.
Yeah, you can make another fort save on your turn, by the way.
Fortitude save.
But
Nice.
but for everyone else, you can see so this is maybe half the caravan, but definitely not all of it. That is Elise's go.
Back to us again. Back to back. Before the ghouls.
So what's left is you two.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, you two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's Cloris and myself.
Yeah.
Bookends.
Angelica, want to
You
go
wanna do
first
something
so
up
that
on
you
that wall?
can no longer be deaf?
Yeah. All I
There
have
are-
slotted is to start prepping opening the gate to let them in. Because we have to mold the earth to make the pathway again.
Right.
The only enemies on the field right now are two ghouls who are being shot at by the caravan, and whatever this fucking sphere is, this black metal, extremely cold sphere that Dinah is hugging.
That is, oh yeah, no, that is a 7 for me, and for my horse. No, that's a 5 for my horse.
Whoa! And you're including the +4 from the bless and all that?
You don't get bless on
Yeah, you
saving throws. You get them on.
Yeah, you do.
Get 'em on,
I thought you got them on
do. Ability checks
um,
and saving throws.
thought it was just ability checks. So no, I was not.
Double check.
So that puts me at a 10,
Okay.
and my horse at an 8.
You can hear. Your
Oh my
horse
God.
is still struggling, but
Yeah.
thankfully
yeah,
there's like a thing in its mouth that lets you direct it.
Yeah, my brain, because we're telepathically connected.
Oh right, yeah, that's right.
As I just kind of I use that to like whoa 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 whoa, and look over at the caravan. How far is it from me?
Well,
Is it more
now
than
it's-
120 feet?
No, it's like 10 feet away. Like they're running up on you at this point.
Okay. Yeah, perfect then. Then I'll just like pull up alongside, and like anybody who's not shooting and is instead like moving the horses, I just want to grab them and like, where's everyone else?
At the front. We got split on the way. Gallop,
That's my turn.
Okay.
Nothing else I can do. I can't hit flyers.
Okay. Next up.
We're missing something. She peers over the side, is going to pull up the earth that's been pushed down so that there's an actual pathway for them to get through to the door again. Forgot about that almost. That would have been very awkward. And then swing back behind cover, and as she does, she pushes Minerva up into the air, and she just leans into her knees, and her eyes slowly bleed from that soft, like spring green to an amber color, and then to a full absorption of the owl's eyes in her own face, and she's going to send Minerva out using her senses so she could see above. Find them. Circle back. Find them.
At the north gate, things are very different from how they are back here. There is a... so the other half of the caravan has circled up with, civilians and non-combatants primarily in the center of the wagon circle, as the mercenaries are fanning out from the center, taking on increasingly larger cadres of zombies that are smashing themselves against the carriages in an attempt to break through the line. You can see that there are probably 100 zombies there, as well as a couple of the much larger ones, similar to what you already handled, though each of the larger ones is unique in its appearance. Their overall structure and gait is very similar. Brian is
he doing
floating
something
about
cool?
6 feet above the gate. His body is glowing white, and he is, seems like, maintaining some kind of a golden shield that is providing a protective dome over the closest half of the caravan to the door, to the gate. The zombies do not cross into the dome. And that is what Minerva sees. Oh, also the sunbursters are just about there.
Okay. Oh my god.
So it's a lot of distance to cross, and they're all still hungover.
It's also only like round 3.
I mean,
mean-
that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all on foot, so I suppose, yeah.
Welcome, Klug et al.
Oh,
Look at all them
Whoa.
piggies. Look at all them piggies.
So many little piggies. All those piggies going to market? Or some of those piggies going wee 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 all the way home?
I just had the squeals, personally.
Oh, I'm green jello right now. That's what I'm at.
I'm mostly looking at how their mouths are gaped, so it's just oh, but like in cacophonous, like harmony with one another.
Wow.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin.
Then came Rambo. God, I haven't thought about that song in a
So I can hide
minute.
it.
Anyway, as
Jesus.
Cloris's eyes
14
slowly
again.
seep back into a green color and a humanoid tone, she like goes slapping her hands because she was next to Grant and slaps Grant's calf. Northgate, they're absolutely struggling.
What is? We need to know what that is first, and then we can move on.
Hey guys!
If the group of you are fine with it, we can be out of combat for a moment. The caravan makes their way inside the gate with a lot of clatter and noise as they make their way inside. They continue riding across the paved stones towards the north gate from inside the boundary of the wall.
Grant spins around as they're coming, because they're coming in pretty much right underneath where Grant is standing.
Yep.
Turns around. You! Off! We need one!
Fuck you! And they keep going.
That was sass.
So
No.
they are.
I don't want to be part of this.
Give me
fucking
a-
thing anymore.
Give me a roll. I want you to give me an insight check.
The fucking tactics situation here.
Listen, clearly we are a part of a group that struggles with the concept of tactics.
13.
13. They are scared out of their fucking minds for their friends and family. So they are not willing to stop or slow down.
Quick question about the errant wing.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned civilians. There's like
So
non-combatant civilians as part of the errant wing.
I'm like a
So I
combat
mentioned this
tested
back-
cook.
all the way back in session 0, but I recognize it hasn't come up since. The errant wing, just like any medieval military group, has a lot of camp followers. There is actually a huge contingent of non-combatant residents, essentially, who do all of the various tasks necessary to make the whole thing function. So when they set up their camp, all the various camp followers do most of the busy work. They collect firewood, they cook most of the meals, they do all of the basic work that keeps people going so that the soldiers can focus solely on training, resting, and going off and doing sweet shit.
Why was I ever feeding any of you?
You like to?
I never asked you to.
Shit!
You like us?
So
You
that's
volunteered.
so that's what's going on here is they are doing their and a little like stooping. And so they're doing their very, very best to try to go help the rest of their people.
Gotcha.
Now,
When you,
if you hang on, would you like to give me a persuasion, intimidation, or any other?
I'm riding alongside these people, and I'm on a horse, and I can pull rank. I can just say things to them.
That's also an option.
I also have command prepped, which is fucked, but I can do it.
Oh my god.
we need
Well, I wasn't
one
expecting
to
to be
go
in battle
help
today,
them.
so.
So essentially, they don't want to stop. They can be persuaded to stop in a variety of ways, other than just saying, "Hey, please stop." So I'm fine with however you would like to try to make that happen. Is cool by me. Give me a persuasion. That totally works.
Actually trained in that, and then
You can do your stuff.
we'll pull out the big gun if we need to.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
21.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So instead of saying "fuck you," that never happened. One of them pulls up. Whoa! The horses rear back and whinny a bit. They stop and look up at you and say, "Hey, We got most of the back empty, except for some shit. Don't touch any of the stuff back there, but yeah, come on.
Grant collapses Lewis and jumps down into it holding the his cannon.
Okay,
Come on, my
sure.
sweet boy.
I'm gonna
I was gonna say it was a covered wagon, but I'm fine with it.
Oh, go right
Breaks
through the
through the
cover. It'd
top.
be fun.
Right, but I'm saying like my assumption is that you're not doing that. So
no, I would be
so
jump.
we'll just
I
say
would
it's
try
not
to
a covered
jump for
wagon.
the driver's seat.
Oh, the guys who drove it weren't intending to get out. You want them to get out?
Yeah, we need the wagon.
What? No, we don't.
I can't get to the front gate super fast.
I could get you to the gate super fast.
So
could
they're
I.
willing to drive you there.
Yeah.
I was thinking of
We all need to get on.
using the
What do you want?
want to use the cart or the wagon as outward engagement.
Oh, okay.
I want to ride it in a
once
battle.
Once you explain that to the guys, they hop off and say, "Well, we gotta get all this shit out of here," and they start like pulling just huge crates out of the back of the cart. It's gonna take them like a round.
I'll help.
Damn, they fast.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeet. It's not a yeet
Yeah, they
today.
set up like a little sort of fire chain and start just tossing shit off.
Hold
the
the
back.
phone.
Yeah.
Our barbarian. What's the situation?
I'm
That is
looking a
barbarian.
big
Now
bull
we're
thing.
we're pushing ahead, and I need to know what's going on over there.
Your barbarian is currently hugging a giant black metal cold orb.
And just trying to
Okay.
figure out what the fuck it is, like any detail
Okay.
on it or an opening
So-
or anything.
We are not in combat rounds at the moment, so if you would like to, so how about this, Dara,
Yes.
Dinah, what are you doing?
After she like lands and everything, and just like has this big cold ball thing, just gets up. It's just the rage kind of subsides. There's a little bit of movement like here as it goes down, and she's just like, "The fuck is this shit?" And just like puts a hand up to get somebody who's got a higher end score than her.
Angie,
Get over
Angie,
there.
You see this. Cloris sees this. Elise and Donald are currently helping unload the cart. Conrad, it's up to you whether you see this or focusing on the cart.
I mean, my intent was so that I could get to picking up the barbarian, investigate the thing at the same time, with greater speed of having a wagon than having him.
I see.
Right. I can put you on the back of my horse. It sits two. I'm riding alongside the guys on the cart. I could just be like, Grant, you get on the back of my horse, and I just take you there.
Fine. Cloris, bring this outside the gate. We'll go look at the orb.
I will have it meet up with you. I know, man.
Orb.
Then
Okay.
Grant hops onto the back of... Leaving Lewis with you. Hops onto the back.
Oh. Bless this.
Whoa.
Oh,
That
These are
is
desperate times.
trust.
Dawnbreaker and riding with our paladin. Angelica, lead the
Okay.
way.
Who makes all speed to our barbarian?
As like her like rage goes down, Dinah looks at the two guardians next to her, both go, and then they just both turn into little wisps and go back into the like one goes into the longsword, one goes into the shield. She's just
Okay.
like, I have no fucking what? And she just starts trying to like kind of move it around to like see if there's anything on it like that's of interest.
Give me a strength check. And I believe you get advantage because you do that.
Okay. I mean, that's cool. I'm for that. How
More
long
dice
does
always
Bless
better than
last
less
for?
dice.
Say what?
How long does Bless last for?
It's still up.
Okay.
Not for a lot longer, but for now.
1 minute.
That
so.
was crap.
Yep.
Whoa! All right, Queen.
28 with a natural 20.
Did you blow on it?
Yeah, so you're like, oh, wait, hang on. And you just like pop it on your shoulder and it's fine.
I'm that statue that I've seen in museums before. I don't really know
You've always been art.
Guy, what the fuck is this thing?
Okay.
Holding it.
Whoever is
Put it down!
investigating, whoever is investigating this ridiculous thing, go ahead and you can give me your preference. You just got to tell me which one. I will accept perception. I will accept arcana. I will accept history.
Have it. Okay, since I have all three of those, I'll also be giving it a
You're
quick
my
glance over with Arcana.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, with a bless.
I'm holding it up so you're able to, like, look all the way around it and under it. And...
You're a lazy Susan.
17.
She is many things. She may be a Susan, but she is not lazy. 22.
I'd make an Adventure Time reference to Susan Strong, but I don't know if any of you would understand that.
Too late.
Anyway, so what'd you get? You said 11?
17 on Arcana.
Oh, okay. 17 on Arcana. Shit, this thing not only is magical, but it seems like it's a creature of some kind. It is... Oh. Is this alive? This is alive. This thing is alive.
Oh. Oh, good. I'm just...
Is it?
It's fine.
Is it manufactured?
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting waves of necromancy coming off of this thing.
Oh, good. I might have a way of dealing with this.
What is it?
Nothing good will come of whatever this is. Put it down!
Should I put it down nice or put it down not nice?
Put it down now. It's going to get very hot. As he's going into his bag.
No, fucking... just spikes that shit in... and then just go, nope, no, thanks.
As,
okay.
Grant has, what looks like just hunks of clay that he just starts slapping onto the exterior of this thing.
Oh god.
Grant, have you got this?
Yes.
Dinah, we're needed on the front. And I, like, offer out a hand to you.
Just takes it immediately and gets, like,
Up on the
Make
horse.
sure she has her weapons with her. Is like, alright, let's go.
Good luck! And, like, kick the horse around to head back the other direction.
Okay. So Dinah and Angie are headed to the front. Elise looks longingly at the two of you as she carries a box from the back of the cart over and sets it down next to the wall.
You're babysitting.
And Grant, let's sort of finish up with you. So you pack what, C4 effectively onto this thing?
No, it's gonna be it's a binary compound, because it's gonna heat metal.
Okay, so like thermite type shit?
Yeah, and as soon as he gets that, a good coverage on it, he's going to use the, pistol to ignite it.
Okay. Since this is your thing, I will allow you to be the master of how it works. Go ahead and make whatever roll you need to make, and tell me what is supposed to happen.
Well, that'll be a second
One of the few times I've been happy to see the binary.
I mean, I would imagine that happens every time you turn on your computer, too, but...
Shh. My computer's very gay. It has ones and Qs.
So, the way this works is that it's going to be taking, immediately, it's going to take 4d8 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, yeah, 4d8 fire damage. And, it will need to make constitution saves every turn. Oh, wait, okay. It needs to shed the piece that is being heated. With constitution saves.
Uh-huh.
Or it will continue to take that damage every turn.
Sure, why not?
I love heat metal.
Okay.
I like to use it on people's armor.
Yeah.
So first turn, it takes 12
Okay.
fire damage, and then every, like, 6 seconds or 10 seconds, however many seconds we're doing turns in, it will take another 4d8 unless it makes a constitution save to get rid of that part of itself.
Interesting. Interesting.
Because it's a manufactured thing, so.
Sure. So you set fire to it. Okay. So there's a like a whoosh and then a slight boom, and then a slow, flickering, smoldering fire noise, as the entire top hemisphere catches ablaze. It does not get through its outer casing in the first turn. So now you have a flaming, freezing ball of black, smooth metal.
+1.
Icy hot. Apply to sore muscles.
Bonnie was pretty sore in her neck, so she was like, "This is nice."
Looking closely, do you have... just give me a perception.
Okay. I would like to re-roll this if I could.
You can absolutely
By all
roll
means.
that.
I can't see it, but your face tells me everything.
That's all
That
I
would
needed now.
mostly not succeed. It would singularly not succeed. That's better.
Oh, singular, like a 1.
Or a 0.
Yo,
Funny.
if you got dice with zeros on them, I guess I do have those.
Yeah, an awful lot of them have that.
So, started to make a joke and then realized it's a bad joke.
20 at this point now with the re-roll.
Nice. Okay. It seems to be resistant to fire. Perhaps because it is so cold. It is working, but slowly, as you can see. Like, you have to really stare at it for a sec to see just the tiniest sort of ripple of flesh start to crackle where the fire is.
Fine, I have an answer for that as well. If Chloris is on her way
She would
with
have
the
taken
wagon at this
a
point,
very slight pit stop to feed
You know what?
the horses and strap in Lewis extra secure before leaving.
oh, you gave him a seatbelt.
Yeah.
Sort out
person.
everybody else first. I don't want to dominate
Yeah.
the scene. I also have to use the restroom quickly. So
So, Chloris. The two people who were driving the carriage, as well as your two buddies, are able to empty the carriage in record fucking time, and the back of it is now open and available. So you are making a brief sort of a restraining harness, you said, for Lewis.
Yes, I was going to secure Lewis as best as she could because as she's feeding some good berries to the horses that would pull the carriage, she's whispering quietly to them, "You're going to move so fast. I know it. I know you're going to go the fastest you've ever gone, and it's going to be a really terrible day, but you're going to do wonderfully." And she's just sitting there almost nervously to herself.
The horses, for their part, really appreciate this. Perhaps it's because they can literally understand your words. Perhaps it's because they just can sense the gentle nature conveyed through your touch. But they rub their heads forcefully against your hand as you pet them, making clear their appreciation for your kindness and soothing.
The back of Chloris's head. "Oh no, I know how many horses die on the battlefield. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. They'll hear you."
The horses do briefly pause, but then, being horses and thus kind of stupid, return to sort of nuzzling you.
Still like you, yay.
It's the one downside of historical films for me. I really like medieval, like, battle. I don't also like it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Dinah, what are you doing? You've been relieved of this thing. Oh no, you went
I'm with
towards
Angie.
the front.
Yep.
Never mind. Okay, so Angie and Dinah, for your part, as you're moving at speed towards the front gate, you can hear, now that you're getting closer and that you're back inside the wall, a fair amount of battle clatter, a lot of noise. You can hear steel on steel, people shouting orders, all of it creating this cacophonous din that you can't really make out anything specific in, but there's a lot of fucking noise coming from that direction. As you get closer, you can see Brian glowing atop the gate, floating about 6 inches up in the air. And as you get closer still, so on effectively your third round of riding towards the gate, you see Brian impaled by a ballista spike about 4 feet long that runs absolutely right through his torso. And Brian falls to the ground outside the front of the gate and out of your view. And in one more round, you'll be able to take actions there.
That whole thing is just Dinah going, shite! And just getting ready to jump off this horse to get involved. The second that there's like a good opportunity to do so. Like once there's an enemy.
You guys will... So, Cloris, do you have anything else that... you can accomplish one more thing if you would like.
It was mostly just securing Lewis, taking care to make sure the horse is arrested before we absolutely work them into a foam to catch up with Grant. Go to Grant,
Okay.
to get Grant, to pick up Grant, then go to the front.
Okay. I'm going to assume, and if Conry Grant, if Grant Ree wants to belay this, that's fine when they return. I'm going to assume that you bring the thing with you,
I
or
would
even.
wait.
Okay,
Because
I'll wait.
I don't
That's
know.
fine.
Cloris hasn't seen it yet either, and if he has something to say,
Totally fair. All right. Well, then
Even though
in
you
that
have to be
case,
near it too to keep
um,
doing it.
Also, that might-
when
fire carriage would.
Yeah,
bad.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Yeah,
moving
okay.
pieces on that one.
so when Grant returns, then I will
Yes.
return to your group. So Angie and Angelica
Hi.
and Dinah, you catch up with Stu and the Sunbursters. The both of you arrive on scene at the same time. The Sunbursters all running up towards the gate, carrying large pieces of wood, trying to brace the gate to hold it closed, which, it occurs to the both of you, might not necessarily be the smartest plan. They're enthusiastic, but they're not... I mean, they're drunk, right?
Drunk or hungover? It's two very different emotions.
I
But all
mean-
that.
They're drunk over. It's a little hair of the dog going on, I suspect.
Yeah. They don't drink the water, and they take that very, very seriously.
respect it,
So, what would you like to do? What is your aim? What is your priority? What is your goal? You can head up on top of the gate, where now there are a few archers wearing the gray and brown colors of Brunfell, who are firing down into the melee. And then you could also attempt to make your way through the gate. You would need to move the Sunbursters out of the way, but that I'm sure you could manage somehow. And then there are, of course, possible third options that I have not initially thought of, but that you might want to ask about.
All right, so the scene then. Brian got hit with a ballista bolt and flew outside of the walls.
Yes.
Okay, and the gate doors are currently closed with a bunch of sunbursters holding them shut.
Yep. Trying to
Eh.
pack like heavy things in front of them.
And out there on the other side of this door is the rest of our company.
Yes.
Okay then. Oh, this is bad. Then I just as we see him go, there's just that wide-eyed stare as my eye line kind of traces down and sees that the door is shut. And I just start screaming at them. Unbar the doors! Open the doors!
What?
Like, without breaking stride on the horse. Like, I'm riding towards this, like, open!
They are very confused, but you're loud and give me an intimidate check.
Okay.
Dinah starts getting her rage ready and just starts just pops up on the side, just like, open them now! Just to try to help.
Gain advantage on your intimidate check.
I'll do a second one. Where's my other D20?
Stensian is angry. Let her through.
Neat. That is a 20.
Fantastic.
Additive.
And hang on, they have disadvantage. Okay. Yeah, so they don't understand what you want them to do, but they also very much don't want you to be mad at them. And so they immediately start reversing what they were doing, tossing pieces of broken wooden furniture away from the door, and are just barely able to get the gate open enough for you to ride through it by the time you get there.
What do we see when the doors open?
You see fucking carnage. There are many dead for a second time zombies and skeletons littered, their corpses littered across the ground, making it actually fairly treacherous to move. You see the 4-foot ballista haft sticking out of Brian, though you can't directly see Brian because he fell into a pile of dead undead. Past the kill hill is the wagon circle that I described before. Although 2 of the wagons are currently on fire, you can clearly hear the sounds of people screaming for help, including the voices of children. And you can hear above all of that the clear voice of Andrus Padar yelling orders and holding whatever kind of order he possibly can with this group of people who are just this side of breaking and fleeing for the trees. They are surrounded, well, not surrounded, rather they're being pinched, as there are no living undead on the closer hemisphere of this circle, but on the further side of the caravan from you is a wall of zombies walking steadily closer.
Fantastic. Okay, how far away is can I get quickly to the, let's call it, impaled form of our former comrade?
Yes.
Great, because I'm making a beeline for him as I'm shouting back over my shoulder. It's we need to get to the captain, but first cover me! And as soon as we're at where that fucking thing is sticking out of the ground, I just essentially slide and drop right off as my horse is galloping to land at his side. If I can find him, if I can see him.
Yeah, I'm not even going to make you do like an athletics check. We're just going to say that you're allowed to be awesome every so often.
Okay.
You hop off of your horse and land right next to Brian, who is miraculously still coughing and sputtering, but is bleeding out of his mouth as well as the giant fucking hole in his body.
Yeah. No. Oh, God. Okay, Brian, just stay with me, okay? And I want to just like try and like wrench this thing out of him if I can.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, give me a medicine check.
Oh,
How
no.
big a round is
What,
this?
can I
Is
help?
this like
So,
wooden shafts?
Are
Are we talking?
I mean, we're talking like a solid 2 inches,
Glory hole's worth.
2.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Kind of an ungenerous glory hole, I think. But
What?
yeah.
Well,
You
it's
see
how you use it,
things,
honey.
right?
Thank you, Cassandra.
Not every
I mean, I
girl
have to-
needs to be
Yeah,
generous.
I have to. Okay. Ooh, that's a natural one.
Oh, would
Please
you,
re-roll that right
would you
now.
like to do the thing? I can control the
Sure.
thing.
Can you
can.
can you control the?
Grant.
You are in control. Dinah is in control.
I did math. I -1.
Okay, how's
all
a
coming back to you
14
now.
sound instead?
I'm not
14
racing.
sounds
I
great.
do math.
So here's where the GM asks you a couple of questions to determine your overall intent.
To pull this thing from him and lay on hands.
Okay. My recommendation is that you do it the opposite way.
Okay.
Lay on hands and then remove what is left, because if you pull this thing out of him, you're very likely to make it much, much worse.
No, and I know that's how it works in reality, but I don't know how lay on hands works because I'm not
Like-
actually a magical woman with.
What if the
We're
organs
gonna
form
say-
around it, and he's got a weird hole in
That's-
his organ now?
Right,
Yeah.
that's what I was worried about. So I'm like, I think I have
Nah.
to take it out first.
Okay.
Well, if it also helps, like, Dinah can stop Dawnbreaker for a second and, like, help with, like, so we do it in tandem.
Well, that's the thing. If you feel it would be a better idea to keep it in there, then what I'm going to do instead is more what you do with the real arrow, which is like brace my boot against the side of this. It's like hang on and snap off the haft of it, and as I do that, immediately slap my hand on top of the wound with where the splinters and blood and shit are, and just lay on hands.
Perfect. Brian screams loudly. With every fiber of what remains of his life, Brian howls a blood-curdling cry of pain that then stops almost as abruptly as you lay on hands, and his wound begins to heal, pushing the rest of the ballista bolt out of his body as he heals. How much are you looking to dump into Brian?
5.
Okay.
I'll get him up
5
on his feet and moving around.
Yeah, 5 is enough. He's got a lot of splinters, but otherwise he's okay. And
Yeah.
so you revive Brian, and he looks at you and he grabs your arm. He says, "Thank you, Sarge. I thought that was it for me." And he
Get inside the walls. Go.
yeah. He rolls
Run with
over.
Havason's blessing.
He's actually crawling on all fours to start with because he's still pretty fucking discombobulated, but he is heading towards the gate. And now that Grant has returned,
Sorry about that. My intestines got the better of me in a moment.
I understand. Mine do that all the time.
My bladder is now screaming. I'll be back.
Your bladder's also raging?
Yep. Bladder rage.
Cranberry juice, I hear, is the thing for that. So, Grant, the cart is clear and has backed up to you to potentially pick you up. The ball remains intact throughout your sweet magics. What would you like to do?
Does it seem like it's still burning?
It is, yes, this is Amelia, who's usually bumming around somewhere, but it is. I mean, it's definitely still on fire. Like you coated it in fire stuff, and it's still crackling.
So the heat metal is still is still in effect.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to tell if this thing would be classified as a construct?
Yes, it is.
It is. Good. I'm gonna hop into the back of the cart. Thank you.
What the hell is it?
Hopefully going to be destroyed. Don't have many of these left, but goes into his bag and pulls out what looks just like a pipe with a pair of caps on the ends.
You need me to take the cart further away for whatever that is. Also, what's the speed of the horses we have?
Fast.
Okay.
If it matters, horses move 60. I know that for some weird reason.
Yeah.
We need to be at least 60 feet away.
This was me being like, let me double check and see how fast my elk goes. Okay, good.
Just so happens we should be 60 feet away.
Well, you're gonna hoof it afterwards then, because we're going this way. If you're gonna be blowing that thing up, I'm not having the horses right next to it.
Of course. Go ahead. He hops up onto the back of the cart. I can do it as we go.
Oh. All the better then.
So you leave the ball on the ground behind you?
Yeah, so he's going to, as we're riding, take out said pipe, throw it, so that it lands near the thing, and, shoot it.
I like to solve all my problems in such a straightforward way.
As it shatters. And that's gonna do 5d8.
Nice.
Thunder damage this time. And it gets a con save, though, but since it is made of inorganic materials and is a construct, it has disadvantage on this.
Yep.
So it gets a con save versus my spell save DC.
Which is
15.
15?
But it has a, like I said, it has disadvantage on that.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Really?
How much damage?
26.
Okay, so here's what happens. You emit your sonic beam shatter attack at it, and it vibrates visibly, shaking and emitting a whistling noise. A hole opens up in the center at the top of it, releasing a large amount of steam as it then opens up, splitting into 8 pieces like an orange or a melon that's been sliced. And each piece is a fleshy, ropey, meaty substance that has been sort of layered over some kind of solid inner skeletal structure, such that it actually does resemble somewhat a fleshy watermelon.
Is that the intended effect, Grant?
Well, to point out, the shot was to fire at the canister, which was going to make a concussive blast.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry. I thought the shatter was to just destroy the thing.
Yeah, it is. He threw a pipe bomb, essentially, and shot it with his rifle, with his arcane firearm, which then caused a shatter effect in a 10-foot radius around it, which is what did the damage.
Right. Okay. So, and mind you, the pieces aren't. It's not like it opens and the pieces just like fall where they are. like they're getting blasted away. But you can see them as they go. And they release a bunch of fleshy, gross-ass watermelon seeds. Like a bunch of little black pellets fall out of the thing as it explodes in every direction, landing all over the ground.
So the thing is destroyed.
Definitely.
But it seeded the ground.
Seems like. Seeds like.
Seeds dislike.
Do we need to take care of its...
Don't exactly have the ability to salt the earth right this second. But no, I'd love to if we could.
Is it any kind of... How could I take care of it? What
do
I need?
I don't know what the seeds were. I took care of the construct itself.
So it's metal.
It was.
It was metal.
As far as I can tell, the thing is destroyed, but I don't trust what just erupted from it.
Can we contain it?
The seeds are on the ground. Are the
Yes.
seeds doing anything?
Nope. They just landed on the ground.
I'm just... If we could at least have it all in one place and contained, then we can take care of it another time, right? But if we're just leaving this here to just...
Gather them up. Fine then, let's gather them up quickly and we'll put them in a sack. Hold on to them for a time. Hope for the best. Maybe we disrupted it enough that this won't lead to anything further in the immediate. Grant gets out. How many seeds came out of it?
A lot. Like dozens.
Dozens.
Is there a way that you could maybe
Oh.
bring them all together?
I
into
can
one spot?
scoop. I could do a mighty scoop, Grant.
A mighty scoop.
Alright, I'm just going to put it in a general area. There should be an empty crate in the back they forgot to take out. And she's just going to start using mold earth to kind of like move them along the surface into a collection.
Sure. It takes a moment, but you're pretty sure that you got all the ones that you can find anyway, which seems like a lot of them. You shove them in a sack, put the sack in a box. The sack, I mean, so what you end up with is 36 seeds that are about this big and flat. So they're sort of like black. They're like black metallic pumpkin seeds.
So like scale mail shards.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. I don't trust what these are. It seems as though they were intended to be here, but we have what we can. Let's go back, and hopefully if anything else happens of it, it'll be pissed off enough of me to follow.
Okay, yes. Well, I highly doubt we're lucky enough for that to be wholly inert, but we'll deal with it later. There's about, she starts relaying some of the details she was able to see through Minerva's eyes about what the front line looked like along the north gate, to, at least for us to know what we're walking in on roughly.
Well, let's take up a flanking position then, and we'll be a flank fire support unit, I guess.
So are we looking to just go straight through the town, or do you want to try and go around?
We want to go around and set up on the outside. Going through the town would defeat the purpose of trying to flank them.
Yeah. Map. Do you have a preference left or right? The right has webbing, the left passes the graveyard.
So I do want to point something out, and I'm not saying that you can't do the thing you want to do. If you still want to flank, then you may flank. But I would like to point out that there are a lot of them. And there are 7 of you, counting the 2 mooks, I think? 6? So I'm not saying you can't do it, but you might find yourselves more exposed than you would be comfortable with.
All right, fine, through the town then. We'll just get there as quickly as possible.
We'll cut across and then we'll get you on the wall.
Little tactical advantage, but it's what we have then.
It seems like any sense of order has been shattered already. Trying to work within that construct is out the window at this point.
Fine. Move.
Cool. Point of order, Chloris remembers to close the gate behind you, and the gate, the east gate, is now sealed. Everyone gain a level that you'll get to do in downtime. You make it to the front gate in a moment, but first let's deal a little bit with Fox and Angelica and Dinah. What do the two of you want to be doing? I'm not going to put you guys in rounds yet, unless that's where it looks like we have to. Pardon me, unless it looks like that's where we have to go.
Once it's clear that our compatriot is making his way back to the gate, it's getting back to my horse, and true to my word, like I'm riding for the captain.
Yeah, Dinah would come back around, make sure like that he keeps up speed and just goes in circles, and then just hangs out to like catch Angelica and pull her onto the horse in the front so you can take over again.
You are quite fantastically strong.
Thank you. Hopefully I can keep this shit up. Getting hungry.
By the way, just as a reminder for the both of you, Bless and Haste are both gone at this point.
That's why I got her on a horse.
Also, Dinah, I believe, double check Haste, but I'm pretty sure that you have one level of exhaustion now.
You're stunned for a round.
I'm stunned for a round. So I'd be on the horse at one point just going,
Oh, okay.
whoa.
Then it happened on the way here, and you were stunned for a round while you were on your way here. That's fine.
Angelica just gets a forehead to her back. Just,
Yep.
I'm so dizzy. Shit.
So your intent then is to ride to the center of the wagon train and hook up with Padar. Yeah.
Yeah. And just hand behind me that's just like, stay with me. The day's early yet.
Okay. So give me an animal handling check.
Okay.
No. That would take wisdom.
If it matters at all, my horse is literally smarter than the average horse. Hey, that's a hot one.
With advantage. Roll another d20. Jesus.
Would
you stop doing that?
You need new dice.
I can't stop.
I haven't touched them.
Dara.
I swear to God, Dara.
Those are Dara numbers you're pulling.
That's some Charlie shit right there. Don't do that.
Listen, this is the exact same. Hang on, let me pick up.
Yep,
Turn it around.
rotate.
There we go. This is the exact same die that gave me like 3 or 4 fucking 20s the other day. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Last time we streamed, that's gonna be a 10.
Okay. You were not able to push your horse to extra speed. It is not, but it is not slow either, and it will not shy away from all of this horrible shit that it's got to wade through, basically.
Hope not. It's a warhorse.
It is a warhorse, but there are corpses of undead nearly up to its knees. So it's actually kind of got to
That's bad.
It's got to canter to get to the center.
No, this is like rough terrain for a horsey.
Yeah, which I mean, it can do it, but
difficult. Sorry, difficult.
Yeah, but it needs a moment to get there. You will get there though. You will get to the center to Padar at about the point at which Chloris and Grant et al. Make it to the front gate.
Okay.
Grant, did you hear my description of what was going on at the front gate?
Not a word.
Okay. So what is happening up there is that, aside from the fact that Brian was shot off the wall and the shield that he had previously been maintaining is gone, there is, so in that sort of circular or like semicircle intake part of the gate is where most of the circled wagons currently exist. There are no zombies on the closer hemisphere towards the gate, although there is a sort of a thick carpeting of undead bodies all across the paved stones. On the other side of the caravan from where you are at least 100-ish zombies that keep like moving in and poking at the line and then moving back, trying to find like a weak point that they can get in. 2 of the wagons are currently on fire, and there's just utter chaos from the non-combatants that are currently there. The mercenaries themselves are doing a fairly good job of holding off the zombies, keeping them from like getting too much closer. But it's clear that these zombies are moving with an intellect that is much greater than the average undead.
Okay, then.
So what I'll do, we'll go with, how about this? So Grant and Cloris, tell me where you would like to end up, and that's what you'll accomplish this round, getting wherever you want to be, and then Angelica and Dinah will deal with you two getting through the caravan.
So there are towers on either side of the gate, correct?
Yes, there are.
That gives a good vantage point of everything below. Because you said there's covered wagons, so I want to make sure it's not, like, only high enough that it barely sees over the wagons. At that point, I just get in front of the wagons.
Yeah. No. The towers are built to do this thing.
Fine, then.
So, yeah, you're able to get a clear view of most of the battlefield, and you have stones to hide behind.
Okay. Get me to the tower.
On it. And swiftly, I will very much position you so that you can just... Oh, I also strapped in Lewis, and so you'll have to unpack him.
I see him.
Okay.
If it's possible, Lewis sort of like perks up when you say, I see him. But otherwise, yeah, that works out just fine. Cloris, where do you want to end up?
How's... The gate is fully open at this point, yeah?
By this point, yes, the gate is fully open. Yes.
Brain void.
You can end up, so, I mean, essentially there are 2 different levels.
I do it all the time.
So you could end up on the ground level or above the gate.
Probably above would be better at this point.
So you're joining me.
Yeah, I'll join you. Everything I can do from afar without risking myself and being stressed to somebody else.
Totally chill. Okay, so that's where the 2 of you end up. Donald takes position down by the gate. And let me see. Actually, I think that Elise will go with him. Yeah, Elise is going to go with him. Grant, remind me, which alarms do you have currently set up in places? You have one down below in the sewers, one in the graveyard. I thought you had a third.
They only last for 8 hours. So the only one that still might be available would be the one that he set up around the door, the perimeter of the home.
Got it. That
Everything
alarm goes
else
off.
Faded.
Yeah, that alarm goes off.
Oh, shit.
What? What? What's worse now? What's worse? Look at...
Our possessed friend may be on his way.
Edmund?
Yes.
Hopefully as a friend and not a foe.
Okay. Dinah and Angie, the 2 of you get through the caravan line to the center, where your captain is issuing orders and occasionally firing a hand crossbow through the line at the zombies. He catches one in the head as he then turns around to issue commands to another group to shore up part of the wall or part of the perimeter, and then turns and sees you, and perks up a bit. He's wearing his full battle armor, and unfortunately, I've forgotten the name of his buddy. Who wrote it
Lefty?
down?
Oh,
Lefty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lefty is also wearing his armor and holding a shield, and being Padar's shield.
I mean, yeah, as we ride up, I just, pull up the horse short next to him and... Sir, you have the lamplighters. What are your orders?
Is the gate open?
It is, sir.
Okay, this is going to be dangerous, but I think it's the only way. We're going to need to do a tactical retreat. We have to start getting these these wagons through that door. We're going to have to snake them such that we give away as little of our front position as possible until the last possible moment. We can manage the logistics of that. What we need from you will be to ensure that the wagons themselves are protected by covering fire.
Protect the wagons. Understood.
Time to go home! He waves his sword in the air, before then beginning to issue orders to the various wagon drivers, telling them what they need to do, and then saying, "Don't move until I say so," and is sort of running from wagon to wagon to wagon. Dinah, are you doing anything?
I'm waiting to see what Angelica wants to do. Whether she wants to do you want to send me out, or do you want me to stay with you on the horse and just start taking swings?
That's the question, right? Would you, Dara, rather hang off the back of my horse and go to town on anything in our path, or do you feel you would be of more use on foot? That's totally whichever you like. I put my horse at your disposal, but otherwise,
I have a let's get weird question. Is there like a small, like almost like a hitch up we can like attach to like the horse's like reins and stuff, so that it's basically like a little pulley cart in the back that Dinah can stand on while going? Like just do like a mini chariot.
I don't know. Give me a let's call it a fucking
You make the
perception
I don't know.
check. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
You need to beat a 25.
Woo! I can't possibly do that. But we're gonna try anyway. Nope.
Nah, sorry, you can't find a chariot lying around.
I was thinking even like a little wheelbarrow thing, or just like an impromptu, potentially really shitty one, like the little red wagon you had as a kid.
Dara,
But
look at me for a sec.
yes, dear.
You know that I always want you to be able to do sweet shit. You know that.
I know.
You can't figure out a chariot right now.
Just gonna write this all down.
Okay, so then it's more of a, if I rage on the horse, what happens to my guardians?
They float next to you. They're
Okay.
like WoW pets. They go with you until you get too far from them, and then they phase out and phase back in next to you.
Okay.
That's a terrible
The
joke.
ghosts.
They actually can just keep pace with you just
Okay,
fine.
I just want to double check and make sure that was why I was kind of giving them something solid to stand on with me if need be. But I don't have to do that.
I see.
It would have been
No,
really funny.
if the situation does not allow them to fully corporealize, they won't.
Okay.
Their directive is to be with you.
Cool. Then
The ghosts at Hogwarts. The
oh,
way they move.
okay.
They can walk,
Yeah.
but they also can just keep trucking along with you in full form.
They do get some cool shit like way later.
oh,
but-
like Sadako.
to boop through doors and shit. But
You have
then
your touchstones, I have mine.
Dinah's just
Please
gonna
continue,
look
JR.
at Angelica and go, if you want a pain train, we can do a pain train. And just like has her mace out on one side.
Okay, Then, are you sure you don't want to put that beautiful sword of yours to terrible purpose?
I'll find a point to whip that out in style. But for now, this will be real fun.
Then hold tight. It's like kick the horse and head up to the front of the line to defend the wagons.
Okay. I'll just describe this bit for the two of you, and then go back to Grant and Chloris. As you cross through, if what you were looking at before is limbo, this is definitely hell. All you see are regimented rows of zombies marching in formation, using spears and shields in a phalanx formation as they step forward, move out to attack someone on the caravan line, and then step back, letting the next row up. And they continue doing that while much of the ground around them is currently on fire. There is black pitch spilled across the ground that at some point ignited and has created something of a barrier that prevents retreat. So that is the scene. There are errant wing mercenaries who are fighting in formation as well. You can see the distinctive pelts and animal tails and other parts adorning the armor of the drowned rats, and the rest of the mercenary crews are fighting, all of them struggling to just maintain the line against what is a well-organized and a well-organized force of greater numbers. Grant,
Zed.
what are you doing?
He's setting up a position, waiting for the last moment before he will be deploying his cannon once more from the best sniping position he can.
Okay. You can get a pretty good view of the battleground from where you're at. So I'm going to assume. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother.
Is it a covered? Is it a covered
Tower.
It super is. Yeah. There's a roof and windows and everything.
Wow.
He'd climb on top of the roof and be perched up there on the roof with the turret,
Which is over
Okay,
the
now
window,
firing down.
That does
Better field of
grant
view.
you less in the way of cover. I just want to make that clear.
More less protection from cover, but a far wider field of fire, which is his main concern.
Yep.
Plus,
Strong
it looks
agree.
dope.
It does.
It does.
With your fucking
Super
your
does.
coat.
So, okay. So you hop up on the roof. You set up Lewis. There's a slight beeping, and then the noise of its tiny little pintle legs crunching into the tile roof.
No beep.
It's far more disturbing because it does sound like a groaning spirit as it unfolds from its lament configuration like resting phase.
Like a reverse sigh.
Yeah, as it forms,
Yeah.
as it pushes forward its cannon configuration from it.
Soul gasp.
And I'll stand opposite.
Okay. Chloris, what are you doing?
She's thrown open all the windows, and while Grant, you make a fine profile up there, she's staying where it's a bit more protected. And she's peering out through the window, leaning out, Minerva peering out through the beaver fur along her hat. I'm trying to get an eye specifically. I will not heal that. You did that yourself.
I know.
What just happened?
I hit my knee.
Oh.
I'll
Oh.
land. Here. Lay on hands. Here we go.
When you twiddle your fingers like that, it really, really turns me off of the notion of lay on hands.
It looks
Yeah.
like.
Lay on fingies. Go ahead.
I hate everything! Anyway, I'm trying to get an idea of, with where the caravan is, a line that she could mentally mark out for pushing back. Positioning, which she will soon do, is a tidal wave again, but what would give not hitting as many people, right? Trying to create separation.
Interesting.
Without an actual battle map, I'm trying
what
to
is
figure
the
out.
range on tidal wave?
120 feet.
Oh, you're fine.
Its origin
fine.
point, 120
Yeah,
feet, and then it goes.
Yeah, and then it goes.
Yeah.
So you can, from where you are in the tower,
Bolt.
easily, like, send this on the other side of the caravan without hitting them and
Good.
just hit pure zombie.
Cool. That's what she's marking out right now. She's basically taking an eye of where everyone is, and I swear if you move in the wrong goddamn direction, you're coming towards the gate. That's on you. That'll be on you. It's not me. That'll be on you.
Okay. Excellent. This is all fine and dandy and lovely. So, let me just ask, Angelica and Dinah, what are your... So you're set up for going and smashing, and Cloris and Grant are set up for remote smashing. And Donald is ready to help facilitate people getting in. Elise is next to Cloris, ready to send some heals to people. Yeah, and then Ingo is currently nowhere to be found. Also, when you first used Minerva to survey the battlefield, there were two of those much larger zombies, the giant scabs.
Yeah.
They are not here now.
Aww. They're two very different.
Okay.
Um,
I'm going you another big thing to smash soon, don't worry.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go ahead and execute. So we're just going to say that all of your actions happen at the top. So choose what rounds you would like to go, or like, you know, the order that you want to go in, and then I'll just have everything else sort of happen after you.
Fine by me. Would you like to ride in first?
I don't know what to say, so
Yeah.
if somebody knows what they're doing.
You want to
like,
hit
I
with
mean,
the
I'm
tidal wave
just-
first, see how effective that is?
I can try and give you guys as much space for safety's sake, right? Whatever falls
Okay.
through the tidal wave will be your problem.
Yeah.
No. I'm on pure cantrip power now.
Ooh, I'm getting very... I've set aside
Did everything.
There's gonna be a lot of cantrips coming from your way for a while. Alright, so...
Cantrips are great. Cantrips are great.
Okay, I'll give you some space. And she starts rubbing her finger along one of the colored cords on her spear and picking a spot along where she's going to run the tidal wave. It seems like the blood from everyone who had fallen starts to lift for a second, the water separating from the iron. And I needed liquid. Everything gets used. And she's going to pull the water from that to start creating that wall in front of you and hopefully push back whatever she can to give you enough space to run home. Dex saves?
Yeah. So,
Oh, how cute that was.
But bloodbending
There's
is
like-
illegal in Republic City.
yeah, I was gonna say. There's fucking like wells and swamp water and shit, but no, you need the blood. All right.
Let's do it.
Use
Do it.
all
Sorry, what
pieces.
channel are we on again?
That's
Yep.
so
Okay.
fucking metal.
So
It's the right plane to do it
Let's-
on if we're gonna do it anywhere.
let's pretend.
I mean,
Oh Jesus! What's your spell save DC?
13?
Yeah.
I think
No?
it's a 14.
it's
Let's-
I think
higher.
it's 14 now?
It's
What is
14.
your what is your wisdom bonus?
It's a +3.
It
Yeah.
should be a 14
Oh. Oopsie doodle.
because it's your wisdom bonus plus your proficiency bonus plus 8. So that should be at a 14. now.
14 then.
Okay. So Yeah. So let's pretend that they didn't make their save. What theoretically would happen to them?
Let's see.
How wide is the wave, for example?
Okay, 30 feet long, up to 10 feet wide, and 10 feet tall. Each creature in that area must make a dex save, blah, 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 blah. On a fail, a creature takes 4d8 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone.
That's why I love me some Shadow Wave.
Roll your damage, and I'll tell you how many you just killed.
Okay.
300 square feet of fuck you.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
14?
Interesting. So let's say there are 3 columns of zombies. You could choose the left column, the center column, or the right column. Which would you likely aim for?
One
Column's
close.
closest to the gate and the caravan, right?
Well, they're all kind of equidistant charging forward, but the one's closest to our vanguard that's about to smash in then. So whatever direction, whatever's closest to
So let's say the right column. Then.
Yeah. Because ideally, you know, it's going to take them longer to come from all the way over there.
Okay.
Right? I don't have to
So
worry
it's
about
10
that
feet
as much.
wide, and you said 30 feet deep. Okay. Half of the rightmost column is gone. Washed away into the swamp, never to be seen or heard from again.
That
hopefully.
from which you came? Thanks.
There's a lot of zombified gurgling noises, and the loud crush of water and blood and mud and other various fluids that battlefields might happen to have around them, that just erases a full 8 zombies. That's not right.
No.
Sorry, I apologize. 16.
So what's the rank and file on each of these blocks?
So on the rightmost now, there's another 20 zombies. In the center, there's 50, and then on the left, there's 40. It used to be roughly 40, 50, 40, but it's not quite that now.
We are here. So they're marching 5x4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On that one now, they're 5x4. On that one, they're 10x4. And that would be 10.
10 by 5.
Mm-hmm.
I mathed. I'm not raging yet, so I can math. And then we are on a horse over here.
Oh, yeah.
Factual. Can confirm.
Whatever the two of you want to do is you want to smash into that 20 block that's left.
I thought we were sticking with the procession, the line. Like, I
Oh
thought we were
yeah,
running
you're
interference on
protecting
them.
the wagon still.
Yeah.
Then from range, you
Then I'll
could-
take shots.
Yeah.
Like I'm one woman with one sword, so yeah.
Would I be
And
able
a barbarian on your back.
That's a deployable, really.
Yeah.
Go!
I want that barbarian back.
By
if
the way,
you hit
I
her with
want
the
to
red,
point out,
she gets bigger. All right.
but only up to level 3.
Yes.
So it's 11 o'clock right now. I think we can actually finish this in fairly short order. Are we cool to continue for, say, another 15 to 20?
You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You okay?
I should pee.
What about you?
Yeah, I see you go take care of something real quick then.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
I'm gonna
mentioned
pee.
it.
Pee, I'm tangled in my dress.
Well then,
We'll hang out.
Oh, fuck.
I
Yes,
can't
open
open
your
my
cookie now.
cookie! I've been staring at this cookie for like 3 hours going, cookie.
I understand.
I am Dinah, and I like to
C
eat food.
is for cookie, and that's good enough for me.
C is for cocaine. And Sesame Street makes a lot more sense if you think about that.
No, actually, you know what show? Oh my god. Pee-wee's Playhouse is available on Netflix, or at least it was about a year ago. My mom fucking loved that show and would pop me down to watch Pee-wee's Playhouse whenever it was on, because she assumed that I liked it too. I found it frightening.
It is kind of terrifying, especially if you've seen the live play, which is for adults.
Yes, intended for adults. I did not find out about that until I was a teenager, but I watched, Pee-wee's Funhouse or whatever when I was, like 5.
Apologies, I return.
You're fine.
Just had to go tell Shadlin goodnight real quick.
Holy shit, watch that show. It is remarkable. Anywho, enough reminiscing about Pee-wee's Playhouse or Funhouse or whatever the fuck. We have our Barb Pal combo. So what? So here's what happens. The
Here, let me just cut in just to say, in case I haven't been clear, because people keep looking to me to declare an action. I am on the horse.
Yeah.
I've got the bad guys on one side. I got the fucking caravan on the other side. And if anything's coming at them, I'm just riding defense.
Right. So what I was going to say is, give me a sec. Let me explain what's happening so as to provide you with fodder for actions. So the caravan begins to break up, and the wagon that is at effectively 6 o'clock relative to the gate breaks out of the circle and starts riding for the gate. The wagon behind it begins to move out of formation as well, and so on down the line. But from about 9 o'clock around the dial, the rest of them haven't had a chance to move yet. As soon as any of the wagons begin to pull away, the leftmost column of zombies charges in a last-ditch effort to attempt to crash through the line and hopefully disrupt their retreat. You are capable of intercepting this charge. Though you're only 2 people, you're on a fucking horse and you have a sick-ass barbarian. It is possible that you would be able to pause that charge enough to allow the wagons to continue doing what they're doing.
Yeah, certainly. Then, I break off just enough to turn and meet it head on. As we travel across, or actually, I guess as we start to see that kind of come our way, and I pull the horse around, just kind of over my shoulder. It's like pulling up the reins with my shielded hand. Like, you ready?
Always.
And I just kind of lean forward towards my poor horse's little tiny horse here. It's just with all haste then, as I cast Shield of Faith on my fucking horse. And charge into the line.
That's fucking great. I want you to give me an attack roll. And Dinah, what is your general intent? Are you planning on staying on the horse, or are you looking to hop off the horse and get messy?
So, at the moment, Dinah's intent for at least a bit to stay on the horse and basically be that fucking teenager in the neighborhood with the baseball bat that goes for mailboxes. Oh, but with heads.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that works out just fine. So Dinah, go ahead and give me an attack roll as well.
Cool beans.
Also, just to respond to chat, you would turn into Inside Out Boy. So coming back to Angelica.
I got a 16 to hit.
Okay. And you have 2 attacks in a round, right?
I do.
Okay, give me your second 2 hit as well. And Dinah, I want you to roll both of your attack rolls at the same time also.
I got a 17.
Perfect.
To use
Okay.
that fucking die.
Are you planning on using
was
any amount of
giving those-
smites or any other effects, or
Yep.
are you just smacking them?
I will absolutely. Well, I don't know what my smite does here.
So as I'd mentioned previously, when I said that, like, attacking a
Okay,
group
so-
of them,
If I do a shitload of damage of my smite, that'll hit everybody. Then I'll smite. Yes.
accurate. Yes. You will cut them down in swaths. So go ahead and roll your damage.
We'll just that D6 lives over there now.
No.
Okay.
That just lives over there now. All right, so that's one of that. Sorry, I've got to do all the. Does it matter what type of damage I'm doing? Normally,
you're doing-
yes. In this, doesn't matter.
No, not really. You're
Fantastic.
going to be wiping out a bunch of these things.
Fantastic. And you just want a total at the end of this, then?
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That is way easier than I can just get out a calculator and go to town. All right, that's the first bit, and that'll be the second.
How much damage they do per round?
Oh no, wait, I'm actually short a D8 there. Oh, well, whatever.
Disgusting.
Fine in a second.
You
I get
fucking
angry.
abomination.
And that gives me 2.
My character gives me 2d8. That's it.
That being said, it's my entire gimmick. I don't
And
do
I need
much.
to add one more. There we go. 47 damage.
Damn!
Oh, okay. That's a
Damn.
lot. Okay. So I also need to know from Dinah, how much damage are you doing?
Not that.
Certainly not that. I feel like Dinah would get
That's every spell
distracted for a
point I
hot
have.
second going, okay.
Right?
Maybe there is something to this episode.
So, the, my two hits are a 17 and a 13.
Okay, yeah, that's yes, yeah, the 13 is still gonna make it. Their AC is 12.
Yay. Ah! Garbage.
You want a bonus die to make that 1 not 1?
Yeah. If you guys are cool with that, I'll take one.
I'm
Just-
okay with the fortune just to get some more damage in here.
Same.
Absolutely.
Yeah! The max instead.
Mhm.
That's the greatest turnaround
That's
ever.
the way I like it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
24.
Excellent.
Because as she's
Okay,
going,
so-
she just is like, ah! Fucking mailbox swings.
And that's the total damage from both of your attacks, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Angelica, you said how much? 46?
47.
47.
I
just
roll a lot of 8s.
No, fair enough. I just want to make it clear. So the big ass scab that you guys killed, that one had 102. So you just about would kill one of those right now. Instead, what happens is you wipe out most of the leftmost flank. The front half of it just disintegrates under the stamping of your horse's hooves, the slashing and smiting of your magical sword, the light of Avacyn flowing through you, and being followed up by the spiritual Geist energy of the barbarian with the big fucking sword behind you. As you play whack-a-mole with zombie heads and mercilessly wreck these fools.
What's that one down to now, just about?
So you take out... Hang on, I actually need to count something.
I'm raging, I can't help you.
Yeah, I know. There are 4 left. That's not right. That can't possibly be right.
Oh.
There are 24 left. I'm so sorry. I
Damn.
was like, that's not fucking right at all. I missed a whole thing.
90% efficacy rate there would have been what we were at.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there are 24 of them left, which is still a humongous amount. That you killed, I mean.
Counter kills.
Sort of.
Okay. Grant.
Yeah. From my advantageous position, am I able to pick out any... He's officer hunting.
Yeah. Give me, here's a question. Do you have Detect Magic up right now?
If I had time, once I got up there, I would ritual cast that.
I see. I thought you had it as a thing, but it's only ever as a ritual, huh?
It's only ever as a ritual. It's easy for me to do, that's why. As
Right.
a-
10
How
minutes,
long?
right?
It
Yeah.
takes,
So
yeah, it takes 10 minutes plus, you know.
okay, 10 minutes is a little too long, but go ahead and give me an Arcana check. Because, I mean, you know that these things they're just being too intelligent.
It's literally used to be our job. We got this.
22.
Fuck. I'm gonna have to start giving you guys harder shit to do.
Love the surprise sounds tonight.
I love it.
Well.
My jam!
Okay.
I have one intelligence skill I don't have a +7 in.
I have a +2
No,
in that
it's-
one. It's the only one.
It's the smarty version of when Via's sneaking around. Like it's good to have just really, really high skills for
Yeah.
doing stuff.
Okay.
do get to
You
take
are
expertise.
able to tell that at the center of each column, there is one zombie that has oh shit, there's a posture check, so I shouldn't be sitting like a little bit like.
No.
Like there's a fireplace and a bear rug behind you.
So there is
Oh, going down rough. Oh,
jeez.
Don't kill the barbarian that way.
Not sorry.
Done in by
Very
a pretzel. So at the center of each column, there is one zombie that is wearing a gorget, whereas most of the rest of the zombies are not. And for those who are unaware, a gorget is like an armored neck piece, meant generally to prevent decapitation or at the very least nicking the main artery. That's the only difference between these that you can see. And your Arcana tells you that if those were, say, enchanted with some sort of communication or something like that, that might explain the...
Uniformity.
Yes.
Gotcha. So I'm going to take a pair of shots then. At
Okay.
The center one. The one in the middle of the 50 block.
Cool.
As he's kind of sitting with one knee up and the pistol across the knee as it's like draped over his other leg. And when he pulls the trigger with his pistol, the cannon fires at the same exact time.
Oh.
Nice. Unloading with both barrels.
Me and this will be my cannon.
One's a Barrett, one's a fucking...
And they're both gonna strike home.
Ha ha ha.
Because
What's my name?
that's a 25
oh
and a 23.
Yeah, the ghoul captain, or sorry, the zombie captain's AC is a 14. You're fine.
Okay, so I nicked him.
Yeah. So give me some damage. If the first one kills it, I'll let you split off to a different one.
Yeah.
I'm just
Fortune.
gonna go ahead and I'm fortuning this.
Say thank you, Brad.
Thank you, Brad.
There you go.
Thank you, Brad.
A little bit
Damn
better.
it, chat! You're letting them win.
8
Never
force
mind, chat.
from the cannon.
Ignore the man in front of the
You
bear
said how
rug.
much?
8 force from the cannon.
Okay, that actually isn't enough to knock down this one.
I saw it as a really cool joke.
But that is 17 from the flame bolt that follows immediately behind it.
Oh no. Okay. You killed that one and the one behind it. As your flame bolt melts through its chest, bits of zombie flesh sloughing rapidly off of its skeletal structure until it is a heap of flesh smoldering in the dirt. And while you can't tell much of a difference yet, you're confident that you feel as if you can see them sort of go.
The ranks start to sway a little bit more.
Right, but only as much as can be noticed in 2 seconds.
But I have a nice like painted overhead view to be able to tell exactly what's going on there with that.
Yep.
We'll then flip the gun back forward and start cleaning it out and preparing it for the next round.
Okay. So that is y'all's goes. Elise is just scanning the battlefield, looking to see if there's anyone who needs assistance. Donald is still positioned by the gate, helping anyone through that might need assistance. At the moment, they're all in wagons, so they don't need any help at all. The first wagon makes it through the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first
And there was much
is
rejoicing.
away. Okay. This is Star Wars. All right, never mind.
One transport is away.
Thank you. Because it was on Hoth and they were all right.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Doing our job.
So, you succeed in getting one through. The zombies on the left flank try to rush past Dinah and Angelica. Only 3 of them are able to make it around you. The rest of them sort of get cluttered up, in your path because the horse is big and they all have to move through your threatened. It's a whole mess, and so they're just not able to really get past you, except for those 3 who just skirt around your whole threatened area. The rightmost flank moves up and is now just in full contact with the drowned rats, and the rest of them, the 50 column, begins to scatter as they start to meander aimlessly around the battlefield, rudderless and without purpose.
Nice.
Yeah. Next round. So here's the thing, because we're at 11:20 now. Is there any sweet shit you guys really want to do, or would you be okay with me sort of cinematizing the rest of this? Because frankly, based on your current strategy, I don't think there's really much chance for these zombies to win.
I mean, if they want to hit GGWP, we're out.
Yeah, the zombies would open the little gear and then hit concede, and then their portrait would explode, and then you would get a bonus tier competitive ranking.
Grant would still focus taking out any command units. That would be his strategy for the rest of it. What is?
Oh, well, if you take out the commanders and they start to scatter, Cloris would do mop up, moving back as much of the wandering, mindless ones they have, just to give us as much space, right?
Sure.
Keeping pace as much as I can, trying to run a screen with my sword glowing all holy-like.
there's a pile up, right?
Yeah.
Your happy face. Look at it. Look at the shine and twinkle.
Dinah would see that as a great opportunity to actually spin to win, and would
Okay.
just holster her mace, take the sword out, jump off the horse into the middle, and just start a-swinging and spinning around. Just
Nice.
screaming, but somewhat in delight. Because this is
Somewhat.
fun.
So we're very aggressive. Whee!
Whee!
Between your efforts and those of the mercenaries, you are able to dispatch the zombies. It takes time. You're still at this about 10 minutes later, which in battle terms is fucking forever. But you managed to make to cut down every last zombie that was present, and all of the wagons and camp followers, and eventually all the soldiers make their way through the gate as it is shut and barricaded behind them, as now everyone is safe inside the city walls. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to end, with everyone having accomplished their goal and gained an additional level. My intent was for you guys to gain 2 levels out of all of the things that you have done so far.
Oh.
Yep.
All right.
As always, we'd like to remind you, we love you, but you should also stay evil.